Hello, welcome everyone. I am RxOliver and these are my friends, and we are playing The Electric State. This is Into the Dust Session 3. It's Chapter 1, Angel in the Machine. I'm here with Brew, Therator, Martin, and our Games Master, Phil. No Chris tonight, we'll be back next time. We forgot to do the XP at the end of the last session, so we've done it just before this one, before going live. So, we're ready to go with session 3. Take it away, Phil. She's all yours.
Okay, I'll just switch us over to the current location. Okay, so move this into position. Okay, so previously on Electric State, it was late in the evening when the travellers found themselves driving through a quiet suburb near Stockton in California's Central Valley. Without warning, the streetlights flickered and died almost immediately when the Buick's tyres blew out, sending the car careening wildly across the road. Francis fought to keep control of the vehicle, but it skidded, clipped a curb and flipped, tumbling end over end. Finally coming to their senses, the travellers clambered from the wreck. Luckily, most had suffered only minor cuts and bruises, but Nancy lay unconscious and in desperate need of medical attention. Amid the panic, a stranger emerged from the darkness, introducing himself as Cade Draper. The stranger offered his help, but only in exchange for assistance in reaching the exclusion zone. With few alternatives, the travellers agreed and followed him to a nearby church. There they met Father Marcos, who, with the help of a member of his congregation, managed to stabilise Nancy. The priest offered food and beds for the night in the church hall, and though uncertain, the travellers accepted this offer of hospitality. The next morning, William stayed behind to watch over Nancy, while Cade and Francis searched for a replacement vehicle, and Erika meanwhile headed out alone in search of supplies. Main Street was lined with abandoned homes and shuttered storefronts, though a few businesses still clung to life. At the far end, Erika discovered Ramona's Food and Liquor. The owner, Ramona Lopez, was wary at first, but Erika was able to put her at ease, and she soon confided her resentment towards Father Marcos, claiming that he had turned her son, George, against her. Ramona revealed that her son had built a custom Neuroscape at Father Marcos's request, allowing the priest to incorporate Neurocasters into his sermons in the hope of reviving his dwindling congregation. Before leaving, Erika bought some supplies and offered to speak with Ramona's son, George. So calling in at Jimmy's Auto Parts a little further down the street, where Ramona said has some work during the day, Erika, posing as a sentry recruitment officer, claimed to have heard of George's programming skills. And intrigued, George invited her to attend that evening's church service and experience the Neuroscape he had created for herself. Elsewhere, Francis and Cade had split up, searching for a vehicle, and while searching an abandoned house, Cade was suddenly cornered by two members of the Screaming Misfits motorcycle gang, who demanded repayment of a debt they claimed he owed. Cade managed to escape, vaulting fences and tearing through overgrown back gardens. A single gunshot cracked behind him as he burst onto Main Street and fled straight into the church. Unbeknownst to the others, Francis was searching for something else. He was searching for the home of a former army buddy. And when he finally found it, he discovered the desiccated corpse of his friend Dylan inside, slumped with a Neurocaster helmet still clamped to his head and a dictaphone in his hand. Francis took the tape and smashed the Neurocaster against the wall. And after saying a few quiet words over Dylan's body, he left the house. In the driveway of a nearby home, Francis spotted a car that appeared to be in good condition except for a dead battery. And rather than search further, he released the handbrake and began pushing it towards Main Street. Suddenly, the sharp retort of a handgun ran out. Francis flinched and dove for cover. As he did, the dictaphone slipped from his grasp and hit the ground. From where he crouched beside the car, he heard the tape begin to play. So, That is where we left it. So that is where we will pick it up again. And I think we will start with Erika. As you are walking down Main Street back towards the church, you hear this same gunshot. And moments later, you see Cade Draper dash across the road and into the church.
Following the commotion, I will also haul ass to the church, assuming he's running for a reason.
Okay.
Would I see, as I'm kind of coming up, would I see Francis at all? Or am I taking a different route?
So as you're coming down the street, you don't see any sign of Francis, but you do see a station wagon, an abandoned station wagon that's kind of on the at the edge of this side road where it intersects Main Street. It wasn't there before. You know it wasn't there before. It looks like it's been abandoned. The driver's side door is just lying open, but there's no sign of anybody around, and no sign of Francis.
So I would probably take a heavy berth around that, because I don't want to be seen by anybody who might be in that car, assuming that maybe gunshots came from that way. And okay, I'm going to head into the church.
Okay, so I'm going to say this. I'm going to use the car, the token for your old car. So I'm going to say this is the abandoned station wagon here. Okay. Right. So as happened last time, so William, you're sat at the side of the camp bed where Nancy is still unconscious, listening to with Nancy's the headphones of Nancy's Walkman on your head, listening to music, when suddenly Cade just comes bursting into the church, his face like flushed red. And I believe he gave the excuse that he'd been getting some exercise. Yeah, been for a jog.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and I would say probably moments later, Erika walks in through the door as well. Excuse me.
Hey, Erika.
Cade, are you okay? Like, I heard a gunshot out there. Do you know where that came from?
He's drinking my glass of water, and then the nun says, I heard a gunshot, yes, while I was jogging, yes. Yeah.
This guy's so full of shit, Erika.
And I'll look around for Francis, because I'll see Wendy, Nancy. In case you didn't know, you were renamed Wendy. Because Willie couldn't remember your name.
Nancy's also called Wendy. No, it's a special pet name he has for her. It's because Peter Pan is our favourite story, and it comes from a special moment that we had together.
Yeah, so I'll see everybody there except for Francis, and I guess I'll look to Cade, because I know he kind of went out with you. Where's Francis?
Francis, the military dude. We split it up before. I think it went south somewhere.
What do you mean you split up? We don't know who's in this town. We don't know. People might be after us. Like, what is going on? Why would you split up?
I don't know. The guy, like, he just want to split up. Don't ask me questions. I need more water.
I thought you were going looking for a car, not going for a jog. What do you mean you went for a jog?
Look, all this questioning. Look, I tried to find a car, and I decided to take a jog. All right? That's all you need to know.
And came back with no car.
All the cars are mostly ripped off engines or wheels.
I'll start peeking out the windows to see if I see Francis coming from any direction, or any sign of him.
Sorry, say that again, Brew, if you would. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll go over to like a window and peek out to see if I see any sign of Francis.
No. So looking out onto the street, there's no sign of Francis and no sign of anybody at all. You don't hear any more gunshots. You don't see any indication of who might have been responsible. The street looks strangely quiet and deserted.
Is Father Marcos in the church?
So he's not. Whether he's in the church, it's the church building itself. You don't know, but he's not in the church hall where you're all currently located. But you could certainly go and look for him if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to leave the church because there was an obvious gunshot that nobody seems to know where or why. So I'll look for Father Marcos.
Okay. So what's somebody else doing?
Gifting subs on Twitch.
Yeah, we give this up to you. But yeah, other than that, I think I will be like, I'm assuming there's like a window in the kitchen while I'm drinking the water.
Yeah, there'll be a little window. Probably looks out the back into the car park.
Okay, so I go from window to window, like just casually, like drinking water, just taking the sideboard, looking out for any bikers driving in the street.
And I'm watching him. I'm just watching him because he's a fucking liar.
I guess give us an empathy roll, maybe.
Empathy roll.
No. William.
Oh, sorry.
Me, I'm rolling for bullshit. You're a fucking bullshitter. I have. Oh, I'm supposed to add one because I've got attention with him, haven't I? I got a success. Should I roll one more?
Yeah. You can do if you want. I mean, you got a success, so that's enough. I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, it didn't make a difference. But yeah. Yeah. There's. It's clear there's. Well, if you didn't already realise, then.
I mean,
the story.
Oliver already knows he's full of shit, clearly. But
Yeah.
I mean, this is.
But yeah,
this
but
is
Willie,
confirmed that Willie is.
this thing about going for a jog is, well, maybe he did, maybe he was running, but not recreational.
No, no.
He's clearly looking out for somebody.
He's clearly at it. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna go up to him and ask him if he's got any.
He looks scared as well. He looks scared.
Yeah. So while he's vulnerable and scared, and I know he's full of shit, I'm gonna ask him if you got any booze, any liquor.
Any liquor?
Beer,
No.
liquor, pills.
No, I don't have a liquor.
Pills,
I have.
weed, anything.
Oh no, you're too young for that.
I'm fucking 16, man, in the middle of an apocalypse. What do you mean I'm too young?
Alright. I will give you a new ring if you shut the fuck up. Alright.
Urine. Fucking... You're just like them, man. Another fucking urine junkie. I knew it. Nah. Listen, man. I'm not into that. I mean, nah. I know I'm young and I'm supposed to be trying drugs and stuff, but I don't want to take that shit. That shit ruins lives. You should be taking that shit. No wonder you got kicked out of the band.
I just look at you and I'm gonna take you by your collar of your jacket. Look at kid. Do not test me, right? I'm already have lots of bullshit on my back.
You did not. Right. I'm not gonna grab the knife. I'm going to punch him in the balls, Phil. Right in the stones.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Sure, I'm
Well,
not a kid.
that's
He can't grab me by the scruff of the neck. I'm not some kid. I'm Willie. Big Willie. Big Willie style. With a roll strength, do I?
yeah, you do indeed.
I'm gonna bop you in the nuts, son. Right, and where do I add attention?
Is he gonna have tension?
Yeah, here we go.
You just drop it.
Fucking
drop
pushing
down
that.
Oh,
no.
Oh my word!
Oh no, I'm missing. I
Lost-
totally embarrassed myself and my hope goes down to
Oh,
zero.
lost all hope.
Yeah, I've lost all hope
You've
again.
lost. Oh my god, that is terrible. So yeah. So
So
basically,
I try to punch him.
William comes. Yeah. Well, you.
So
tell
I try to punch him and I like trip over myself and I like fall and I like bang my own throat on the floor and I'm like I can't breathe and I've totally made an absolute dick of myself.
Yeah, just completely embarrassed yourself. Yeah. So that is a wow. That's a
That's
mental
me back down to zero
mental-
hope.
Yeah, that's a mental trauma.
It is. And now I hate this guy. Now it's definitely going up to a 2.
Okay, so Erika, you wander around checking. Maybe go to the Father Marcus's private quarters at the back corner of the church. Knocking on the door, he answers. He says, "Yes, my dear. What? How can I help you? Is everybody all right?"
Have you seen Francis, the guy that was with us?
I'm afraid I haven't, my dear. You're the first I've seen this morning.
Did you hear a
busy
gunshot?
working on myself. I did, yes.
Is that a normal occurrence around here, or?
I would like to say to the contrary, but unfortunately it isn't. Thankfully, it's not common, but unfortunately, it isn't uncommon.
Okay,
There
so maybe
are
nothing.
less than desirable elements that reside here in Littleville. I do my best, but some people are a little beyond help, I'm afraid.
I gotta find Francis. I don't know if he's okay or not.
Well, I caution you to against venturing out if there are dangerous people around at the time. There are, unfortunately, there are a lot of urine addicts here in Littleville. When the most of the residents left, they stayed.
Speaking of urine addicts, I noticed your sermon. It's in the Neuroscape. How do you justify that? How do you know that people aren't getting addicted?
Addicted? Well, I can assure you, my dear, that I have my congregation's best interest at heart. Why would I do something that risks their well-being?
Well, that's exactly what they do. You go into the Neuroscape and it destroys people.
Those people that are of weak mental constitution, perhaps.
So, I'm sorry. I've known people who are not weak mental constitution, who are very well-to-do, very intellectual, and they still get addicted. Is this something with your faith that you just put it in God's hand and think that
Maybe that is the answer. Maybe that is the answer. It is our faith that protects us.
So you've never had anybody in your congregation get addicted or lose their life in the Neuroscape?
It frowns. Of course not. Of course not. How could you accuse us of say such a thing? That's ridiculous.
I wouldn't say something that's unfounded.
If you intend on looking for your friend, Miss Wright, then do so, but be careful. I have my work to attend to. I have a sermon this evening, and he pushes the door closed. But you can make an empathy check if you wish.
I wish.
Bear brew.
Okay, he's lying.
Ooh, the mother fucker.
I mean, I kind of figured he was based on what Ramona told me, but now that just solidifies my gut, my instinct.
Whether people have actually died or not, you don't know. But he is he's not being truthful about that it hasn't adversely affected people in his congregation.
All right, well, Erika will swiftly turn away and head back to the hallway where everybody's at, checking in on Nancy to see if she's kind of come back to consciousness and how she might be doing.
Okay, so I imagine as you go through, you find you probably find Willie sort of either sat on the
crying.
floor or maybe sat on the floor crying. He's there's a visible bruise on his throat. Cade is probably kind of walking from window to window, peering outside. So when you are broken, you had a mental breakdown, so your hope is reduced to 0. You suffered a breakdown. You can't bring yourself to continue any further. You can talk, move, or flee a situation, but you cannot roll for any tests or use any talents.
Wow.
When you are having a breakdown, someone else in the same zone can try and motivate you to press on. This requires an empathy roll and the kind of rally, kind of giving you a pep talk, talk you out of it. If it succeeds, you gain a number of hope equal to the number of successes rolled. If no one else rallies you, you rally on your own after a shift and automatically gain 1 point of hope. Shift, of course, is
6 hours,
5 to 10 hours.
Okay, so I'm. If Nancy's back conscious, I won't have her Walkman anymore, so I'll just be sitting in silence probably.
So she's not actually. We'll not leave her unconscious for much longer, but she's currently still unconscious.
Okay, I've still got her Walkman then, so I'm listening to The Cure.
Okay. But so Willie's sat there on the floor, his knees pulled up, tears streaming down his face, trying to mask the fact that he's crying.
I will open my bag and pull out the snacks that I got for him.
Okay.
And I'll kind of hand them to him and say, and I'll give him his change back, because I remember he didn't want to give me all the money, so he's probably watching that like a hawk.
I'm 16. I've never had money before. I am. You're 100% right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give you back your change,
Thank
and I'll
you.
give you, I think it was Cheetos that I got you.
It was Cheetos and
some
candy and cigarettes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not going to give you all the cigarettes because they're Nancy's birth control, and I want to make sure she's responsible.
So they're not Wendy's birth control, some random slag, fucking pills you picked up off the street.
So I'll give you the Cheetos and like a cigarette, just one. And I'll tell you what happened. Like, why are you crying?
Fucking kid, he was acting shifty, and I just told him he was a shifty, dodgy guy, and he grabbed me by the throat and he choked me out.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So Cage, you're in the room. You can probably hear this, by the way.
Yeah. Nobody by the neck took his collar on his shirt. He's just overreacting.
He's a kid.
Look at this bruise.
You're gonna threaten a kid like that?
A kid trying to kick my balls and fucking accuse me of something? No. He doesn't know anything about my fucking life. I'm not gonna let him get away with that.
I mean, shows you've got great balls by taking it out on a minor. Great job. Great maturity there, Cade.
Look, they need to learn the hard way sometimes, all right? They need to learn sometimes.
Why are you pacing around? Like, what is going on? You know what's going on. Where's Francis? What's happening? Why was there a gunshot?
You see, I'm like really stressed out by all this. I'm taking out a urine to use to smoke. A urine. You can clearly take a urine out to smoke. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You want to know what the fuck is going on right now? Okay. The reason why I helped you all, I need to get out of this town away because there are some people after me. And now they're probably after you all, knowing I'm with you guys.
What kind of people? Like Sentry?
Or sentries, no worse, bikers.
I don't know that that's worse than Sentry, but okay. Why are they after you? Like, what do they want? What did you do?
Okay. I'm not going to tell you all my life story, right? Let's just say I went downhill after I got kicked out from left my band. Not kicked, left my band. I just needed money, alright? That's all. I just need fucking money.
And do you still have the money? I'm assuming not.
I was like, not slowly, but I'm smoking my urine.
All right, so we got an urine junkie that borrowed money to probably get his fix, and now a biker gang is after you, and you're expecting for us to take you out of the town and bring more danger on ourselves.
Look, I know it looks bad, but don't forget the deal. I help you guys to get your girl to safety, get her stabilized, everything. Keep your end of your deal.
A deal's a deal, but I don't like it. And we're not going anywhere until we figured out where Francis is.
Like I said, Francis, from what I remember, he went south somewhere from me. Like, we split up by the main road and he went south somewhere.
Great. This is fan-fucking-tastic. Thank you for a whole lot of nothing.
I'm going to say I'm going to be kind and say that you're having a little pep talk with William, weren't you? So if you want to make a empathy roll and see if that little talk and your gifts got him out. That, in fact, I'll give you. You can have bonus dice for giving him the Cheetos and the cigarette and the sweets.
You need to give me a whole pack of cigarettes, surely.
Hell no.
Not one cigarette. I bought them.
Should I add the bonus die for my tension as well, or?
Oh yeah, you could add that as well. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, if you've got tension as well, so you can use the drop down menu in the roll window to add the tension. Okay, so that is so we've got one success. So you're rallied. So you get one. You get 1 point of hope back.
Hey.
Right, but as you are rallied, this brings your mental trauma to the surface as a result of you losing hope. So let's see what your mental trauma is. Where is it? Roll mental trauma. Okay. Worrisome. Even minor concerns count as traumatic events for you with a potential hope loss of 1.
No. Is that like how minor is minor? Like no toast with breakfast? Is that?
That's for me to decide.
Oh.
It says GM's choice. Even minor concerns.
You like it's a minor concern that she only gave me 1 cigarette. You better give me a whole pack of cigarettes.
Listen, I don't need to also have a pregnant Nancy on our journey.
It's not my responsibility to pay for her birth control.
So I would say so coincidentally at this point, kind of there's a cough and a splutter, and you see now looking over, you see Nancy's eyes flutter, and she opens her eyes and takes a deep.
I don't run
You're
over.
awake, Nancy.
I don't run over. I just stay where I am, embarrassed and scared to go over. I'd look away.
As soon as I wake up, I just start saying, cigarette!
I'll take
I'll
the
fumble and get one in your mouth.
I take her headphones off and I'll put the Walkman back next to her.
Roll the d6 if you would, William. just off the dash tray.
6.
Okay, batteries are fine.
Good.
Just look up and I said, "What? Why am I in this weird bed? Oh, did we make it to the place that we're going?
I'm just laying back and no problem.
Who's that douche? And I've got a list of 90 slabs. Why are you bugging? What going on? That's on the list.
Dang, that was like a time machine for you. It actually
No way.
teleported you back in time to them.
I've got a better one. So I look at you and I go, want me to make you a No Doubt mixtape? What would your 90s response be to that?
No doubt, man.
I mean, pretty good. Actually, the correct one was, duh. Because, you know. Anyway, I look around, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? As I smoke the whole cigarette.
We're in Littleville. And
Where
that
the fuck's Littleville? That doesn't sound like the place we're going.
and that jerk off is the junkie that got kicked out of Bliss. Remember that shit band Bliss? This is
Would I know?
this is their
Would that-
ex junkie. This is their junkie ex singer.
Would I know about this person?
Yeah,
From-
because you're cool. Bliss are big.
like-
I was, yeah, you probably heard of Bliss, and you're quite into your music, maybe more,
Okay.
more kind of more aware of stuff like that. I mean, you're certainly not. You don't usually have the distractions of using a Neuroscape, since you kind of a bit more resistant to that kind of stuff. So yeah, you recognise him. You recognise him from the old like pin-up magazines. Yes, Kay Draper, the original singer with Bliss, that was kind of kicked out the band.
I look at him and said, "Looking fly, my friend." That's another 90s reference.
You need to show the artwork. You need to show Martin the artwork, Bill.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this is Kay Draper.
Guess what it's based on.
I like it. He looks like a mix between Matt Mercer and thingy. What's he called?
Kurt Cobain.
I think Kurt Cobain. Yeah. I'm like, so, are we just taking like a pit stop? Like what happened last time?
Well,
Like, where's my did we keep the robot? Like, I don't know, like we have a robot, right? And
Oh my god.
and I found something weird in my books. She gets very agitated because I remember she read something in her book last 2 games ago. She's like, "Where are my books?"
your stuff's still all in your bag. No one's been anywhere near your things. Don't worry. I've made sure.
Okay.
Is that really all you remember? Like, you don't remember the crash?
No, I just remember like we had a cool robot. He was our friend. He might have been possibly a pervert, but yeah, that's about it.
Well, we got in a car accident. I think you took the worst of it. Obviously, you might have some memory loss.
Brain damage.
I can't feel my legs.
Oh my god, wait, are you serious?
Psych!
Psych! No, that was 90s. Well done, Martin. Psych!
Oh my god.
And we should bring all these back, especially Psych, because that's
Psych,
cool.
Psych is brilliant. We should bring back Psych.
It's kind of funny because we talked about maybe giving you an ailment, and I pitched making you quadriplegics.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, anyway, so we don't have a car. Like,
No
your
car.
one job was to have you. So you have a shit
Well,
haircut and no car.
Francis-
I'm not happy with you.
Francis and Kurt here went to go try and find a car, and then Kurt came back. Like he said, he was been jogging, but he'd been running away from something, and Francis never came back.
Willie, I think that you still have some trauma too. This is Cade.
Yeah.
And Wendy is Nancy.
I know.
Don't compare me to Kurt Cobain, I'm better than him.
You're still alive. You're doing better than him
Oh,
in
is there like, I'm
1997.
better than that man.
Yeah. His brain's all over a garage wall, mate. You're doing much better than him in 1997.
Well, Nancy's like, well, I guess we can go now, right? Because picks up her book. She's like, we should get going. I don't want to dawdle around wherever we are.
We still need to find a car.
We need to
Yeah,
find
and
a car, yeah.
We don't know where Francis is either.
Francis was going to get us a car and never came back.
She's like, who's Francis? No, she's like, no, I'm not going to can't double psych you guys. That's like not cool. Double psyching.
But anyway, Francis went looking for a car and he's never been back. And this
Did
guy
you
knows
give him
Went
something.
for milk and is not coming back. Went out for a box of smokes. Isn't coming back.
I mean, do we have... I don't know, like... What's the area like? I'd be like, is there any, like... car sales places, like, on the map?
There is.
Is there, like, someone selling cars?
I did happen to. So I haven't told you guys yet. I went over to the food and liquor store, obviously, because Willie got his Cheetos.
I fist pump you as soon as you say that. not the Cheetos, just the... That's the first thing that you did. You were like, our car totaled, our friend's missing. I'm gonna get alcohol and possibly some salty/cheesy snacks. I approve.
Well, fuck yeah. We got in this accident because we were so freaking hungry. But yeah, no, I talked to the lady there that owns the shop, and she told me about her son who built the Neuroscape for this church. And I went to go talk to him, and he conveniently works at a like auto place, and they were working on a car. So I told them to let us know if a car comes up in the next couple of days, but apparently Cade doesn't have that kind of time, and I don't know where the fuck Francis is, so I don't know. I don't know where we're going from here.
And no one's been like randomly asking for a Nancy or a Wendy, right? You can call me Wendy from now on, because might help. People are on the lookout.
No, I don't. I mean, you didn't know this area, so should people be asking for you?
No, but people just like, bailiffs from the Sentinels are dodgy, so I just wanted to make sure no one asked for me. But yeah, Wendy's fine, so...
I mean, I was just gonna stick with Moonchild, but...
Wait.
I mean,
is someone after you here?
No, I mean, just maybe, like, vaguely for debts and stuff. But, like, low-level debts, like Sentinel debts, because that's the only thing I wrote on my notes. It's, like, random. Like, low-level, like, a few hundred Sentinel bucks.
Okay, so...
I guess more than having problems then. I'm just...
Yeah. I mean, if we're all coming clean in the house of God, anything else anybody wants to tell me?
Well, I'm a Wicca because it's the 90s, which is also a 90s reference. I found this new thing called Wicca. It's like witchcraft, but nature-based.
I'm gonna look at Erika after Erika was the one who just got me out of my slump. And be like, well, yeah. I mean, we are in a house of God, like you said. I can't lie to you. Maybe someone's looking for me. Maybe the social work are looking for me.
Like your mom, because you're 12.
No, like the social work, because I was in the foster care system and I abandoned it because it abandoned me. So maybe the social work's looking for me. We did ask. We are in the house of God.
You guys are like loading way too much. I've just been in like a mini coma and I thought I couldn't feel my legs, and now you're all loading all this weird shit. I'm like, and you don't have a car?
I'm gonna
like
after I say that to Erika, I'm gonna say, well, and what about you, Erika?
I just have a couple of debts. That's my like low level debts.
You're Nancy or Wendy. You're not Erika.
Oh, I mean, maybe I want to be Wendy, Erika, Nancy.
I mean, Wendy is making a good point. Can you wiggle your toes? Can we confirm everything is okay with you?
Erika, can you blow on my toes? Because I don't trust the pervs.
This sounds like a weird thing. So no, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on that. Hard pass. No double dog dare. We are skipping over that.
Okay.
Nah, people weren't obsessed with the
That's
feet
wow.
yet in the 90s. That's a new thing. People being obsessed with feet. That wasn't a thing in the 90s.
Yeah, but
Just Tarantino.
The creeps who watch this channel are into it. So I'm just saying.
Thanks for offending the audience, Martin. Appreciate that.
We've lost the five lonely men who were watching. Sorry, guys. I tried to get to do it.
We promise more foot camera angles from Chris next time.
Either Chris is doing it. No, the rest of us. Just Chris.
Yeah. No, I will stand out of the bed and I'm like, well, we should probably get going, right? Because we're all clearly we're on like mini deadlines.
We don't have a car though, unfortunately.
I mean, on the way in, I saw one that wasn't there before, but I don't know if those are the people that are after one of us. I mean, it didn't look like Century, but if it's non-Century people, social work or Cade's people, I don't know.
What's the logo on the truck? Like in the skull icon on the van you saw?
Not that I can recollect. It just looked like a station wagon.
Did it look like a giant hawk or a small boy in a green suit?
I didn't see people. Just a car.
Or like a...
But it wasn't there earlier.
Or like a crocodile with a ticking clock. I think they might be looking for me.
Fucking Peter Pan.
He never lets you go. You can never escape Neverland.
Are you saying that you're not saying that that's a car we should steal? You're saying you think that's somebody looking for one of us, maybe?
I don't know. I think I saw the door open on it. I mean, I wasn't paying much attention, and then I saw Cade running after I heard a gunshot. So my ass just ran.
Is that when you heard the gunshot? When you saw Cade running? Because I never heard the gunshot. I had headphones on.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it and kind of froze, and then saw Cade jogging.
So there was a gun,
Look, we
and
all
then
know
you
I'm
saw
not
him
jogging.
running.
I was running from this bike. It's all right.
And that's who was shooting.
Know.
Someone with guns is after you, Cade, and you want to join us? You want to come with us?
I mean, Francis had a gun. I don't know. Maybe he was defending himself too. But did they actually shoot at you, Cade? Like that shot was for you?
It came through the fences towards me. Yes.
So that was you getting shot at. So hopefully that wasn't Francis getting shot then.
No, Francis, like I said, went south of the main street. I went north where the gunshot came from.
Still, Francis hasn't come back though.
So to confirm, there's two cars. So there's two cars. There's a broken-ish car, and there's a car or a van of someone who may be trying to kill one of us or all of us.
Correct.
But you've only seen two vehicles since we've been here, just two.
No, there's more.
No, there are other vehicles. So this, the two that she's talking about is one. There's one getting fixed at the garage that we might be able to get, and the other one is she's saying that there's the one that she thinks might be somebody following somebody. This is the second one, right?
And there's cars, there's abandoned cars, parked cars and abandoned cars lining Main Street.
Who was it that found a car with no battery? That was Chris, wasn't it? So we don't know about that.
I think we need to investigate these people who were stalking one of us, because
maybe it's best to find out who it is.
They're probably not stalking me for, like, you know, stealing a lipstick at the mall for like a few $100s, but for your guys' safety, possibly we should be making sure they're not, like, I don't know, whatever you guys are into that you did wrong.
You must be a serious shoplifter if you stole hundreds of dollars worth of lipstick in 1990s economy. You'd get a lot of lipstick for hundreds of dollars in 1997.
It was high-level Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh, I was just gonna
Yeah,
say that.
I had. Yeah, it was all the neon colors. I
No.
couldn't stop.
Now, do we think that ad's been the same, that's had that same jingle all the way since 1997? Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's Maybelline. Do we think so? I remember that for as long as I can remember.
It's been going a long time.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to guess yes. Maybe she's
so
born with it, maybe
anyway.
it's Maybelline.
So who feels brave enough to scope these? So is it a van or a car? Like, what does it exactly
Station
look
wagon.
like?
Station wagon.
Station.
Well,
Okay,
that's
so
what we call an
no.
estate, isn't it, Phil?
Listen, my station wagon gave me some great memories, so don't knock the station wagon, okay?
Shaggin' wagon.
I mean, I did have a couple of good shags, but
I mean, I can only
Too
imagine.
much information, I yell in
I
the
can only
background.
imagine. I already guessed that with just from the interior of that car. That was a love machine. You could tell.
I mean, it did smell. It did smell like the cheap perfume that you get from Avon that older women get to attract men.
girl, I thought you were about to say it smelled like hoochie coochie, and I was gonna be mad.
No, that's the fragrance from Avon Jumbo Hoochie Coochie. Yeah, it's like number 2, though obviously number 1.
I go bright red when you mention Coochie.
Ew, number. I don't want it to smell like number 2.
You don't want to smell like Hoochie Coochie number 2? Why?
I think we should find Francis. If people are looking for him and they've got guns and they're shooting at him, I think we need to find Francis
Yeah, I think so too.
and get the hell out of here. I don't know why Francis is not back, and I'm worried about him now.
I mean, I still have the knife he gave me. I can go out and look.
I also have a knife.
How do you just keep finding weapons? Like,
I don't know why I've got
I-
a knife, but I've got a knife.
oh,
Somehow. I think I got it in the first session. No, I'll come with you. You don't need to go. You can't go out on your own. I'll come with you.
yeah. I mean, I doubt that social workers would be armed. If Cade went out, it'd probably be
unless
riskier.
If Kate
Unless
goes out
they're,
with
like,
you, you're gonna get shot.
I mean, if they're Catholic social workers, they might have like the nun army with them, so you need to watch out. Those
Watch
things
out
can
for those
fly.
nunchucks.
They can fly and shit. So, flying nuns very dangerous. It's an Irish
I think
thing.
I'm gonna stop giving you cigarettes.
Is she smoking urine as well?
It's a bit of Hannah. They taste
No.
a bit like
You're the
Taste a
only
bit like-
junkie.
they taste like oregano. Like they taste different to my normal cigarette.
Wait, I thought don't you normally buy the Native American cigarettes? Like,
Oh, did you get the Native American numbers? No, you didn't get the back road bangers. So no.
I might have got the wrong kind. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're
but
gonna be
we need to
hallucinating.
find-
She's gonna be hallucinating in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
laced with acid.
yeah.
I mean, I feel good, but occasionally I can't feel certain body parts. Like I can feel most of them, just not all of them at the same time.
Okay, that's kind of concerning.
Yeah.
So maybe best that Willie and I go
Yeah.
and look for Francis.
So you're gonna take the small child.
I'm not a small child, Nancy. Wendy.
Nancy Wendy.
I'm 16. I'm a young man.
And I mean, in the eyes of a social worker, you're a child, but
Stand there and stick
I
my
mean,
Adam's
it's-
apple out as far as I can.
You probably wince as it's bruised. Oh,
Yeah.
Because my
it's
throat's...
like, well, why don't we cover more ground? Because I guess just on the off chance someone is looking for someone dangerously, maybe we should split up into 2 teams and then report back at the church or something in like 30 minutes.
I was just being shot at. Do you expect me to go outside again?
No, you can stay here. I think just because I don't want to go with him. He just fucking choked me out, and I also don't want one of the girls to go with him because he's a creep.
Well,
Good creep. Look,
You're a fucking
You went into
junkie.
my-
That's what you are.
I just look at you smoke.
Yeah. Sorry, 90s slang coming out.
Well-
Don't go there.
well-
Don't go there.
well,
Don't
anyway-
go there.
Anyway,
Finger shake.
I'm going to find Francis, and I get up and walk out. I'm going.
I'll-
If you want to come with me, but I'm going to find Francis, and I get up and I walk out.
I'll grab Cade and say we should at least. Well, why don't we go and look for some wheels then? Because either way, we need to be getting a move on.
I just look at you and take a last cig off my urine and fine. Should I do a roll, by the way, for my urine smoke there, Phil, by the way? I think I need to do some roll.
Sorry?
Do I need to do a roll for my urine as well? I think I need to do it. Let's see.
Don't think you need to make a roll. You just need to make sure you've had some, otherwise you can't gain hope.
Oh, okay. All right.
You are an actual junkie, yeah. Knew it.
Yes, I'm actually junkie.
Brilliant. My favourite.
All right.
So yeah, so now you can you get a hope back automatically
fully.
for using urine, but
Yeah.
but yeah, you've got to have used urine during that day
During
to
that
be
day,
able to
okay.
get additional hope back. Otherwise,
Yes,
due
I
to
have
your
to-
addiction, you can't get hope back.
Yeah. So I'm just going to click on users. I used one now. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll give you a hope. A hope back.
The hope is already maximum, but I just smoked for roleplay purposes' sake.
Oh, so it's we're down to one. Your hope. Oh no, sorry, that's Willie.
I'm down to 1. I was down to 0, and then Erika
Yeah, I'm
me
already
a
5
pep
out of
talk.
5 hope. Yeah.
gave me 1. I've smoked 1 cigarette.
Okay. Yeah. So what are you doing then?
I'm off to find. I'm off because I'm a petulant, impatient, impulsive child.
Okay.
And they were just
so
talking
before
for too long, and I got bored, so I'm away to find Francis.
So before you do that, you get to the door and you can make a check it. A witch check.
Okay. There's a 1.
Okay, so you kind of hesitate at the door. The thought of going outside after shots have been fired, Francis is missing. You were worried, but you managed to get control of yourself. If you
Yeah,
would have failed that,
I'm also-
then you would have taken a lost another point of hope.
So I'm also a tough kid. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna get shot. I'm too fast. No one's shooting me.
I'm literally taking the unhinged teenager.
Yeah, you're taking an interest in the channel. I'm going with Nancy.
And I'm taking the drug addict. Yeah, cool. Good pal.
What a great
Girl,
team.
girl power again. We should have stuck together, but I was unconscious. So
Okay.
Just remember, tell him to talk to the hand if he's getting too
I've
dumb
got a
with it.
list that I have a list that I downloaded of the top 12 90s phrases to use.
You googled
And
slurs,
I
didn't
didn't
you?
realize how kind of
You never looked for phrases. you
no,
looked for
but
slurs.
all I'm saying is no, but all I'm saying is we were maybe a little bit too into black words in the 90s after looking at this list. That's all I'm judging, and I apologize for the whole of the white community. I did not know what we were saying in the 90s. Clearly it was very not cool.
Okay, fair enough. What's Nancy doing with her books, by the way?
She
So
wants
there's one
to
book.
Martin.
There's one of your that. Sorry, go on.
Martin/Nancy wants to read the thing that she found last time just to confirm, because she thought she found a message from someone,
Mhm.
but I can't remember
Are
exactly
you
what it
doing
said.
that? Are you doing that privately or?
I'm happy to do it in front of the drug addict. I don't think he's gonna notice.
Okay. Well, if you're not making an attempt to, I'll leave it up to Cade then. If he actually notices, it's your decision if you notice this.
Yeah, I pay attention because Nancy is very new. Like I've seen her being unconscious, but now she's wake up. I'm just making sure she's to be trusted. Like looking at her. She has
Okay.
people up there too.
So Nancy, you open up that book, your favorite book the book that you did not have with you when you left San Francisco.
Yes.
That when you got back to after the encounter with that drone, you found it in amongst your books in the car. Somebody had clearly put it there while you were all away from the car. And most of the pages have been torn out. Of the few that remain, scrawled across the center, opening up at the center, scrawled across the center, what remains of the center pages in marker pen, it says, "Come home."
Nice.
In this rather sort of aggressive, bold capital, scrawl. The handwriting that you instantly recognize, that probably sends a chill up your spine as you realize this is a message from your ex-dealer boyfriend, Carlos.
Nice. I tell Kate, I'm like, it's from the Maybelline company. They want me to come home and sell their products because, so that's what the message is about. You can see it's written in lipstick, right? And quickly show him and then slap it shut.
Like I used to.
They're very aggressive. They're very aggressive. They're very aggressive makeup company.
Yeah.
Also,
sure.
if you want to sponsor this channel, we all love Maybelline, but we're using you as a prop for today.
Sure. And these Maybelline owners, they are aggressive.
Yeah, they really push on women's insecurities and stuff to buy things from them. Like sometimes they help people, but then it goes too far. So I got caught in the trap and tried to wean myself off with Avon, and then I had to just escape. And that is a true story.
Like, I can kind of understand this bullshit from what I hear. I think.
She's Mr. Bullshit.
I'd be like, nice running game, man. I presume you're not, unless you're actually in running gear. I didn't ask. I presume you're not in like Lycra or whatever we wore to.
No, he's got like Dr. Martens on.
Okay, but it's
Jeans
the nice
and Dr. Martens. Flannel.
It'd be like Nike. You'd be in like Nike gear if you were a runner, I think, in the 90s, right? It was like Nike. Yeah.
No, this guy's wearing like a flannel and jeans.
Yeah.
So like you probably weren't running. But anyway, we should try and find some wheels, just while the other guys are finding the bad guys.
I agree. Let's just find a car and hope the others find friends as quickly as possible and get the fuck out of here. Let's stick around the south side of the town. As the bikers were lost in the north side. I don't want to be spotted.
Yeah, I want to get involved with social services and Maybelline, so...
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I agree. We don't need more communications.
No.
So I guess Erika and Willie are the ones that have headed out first while you've been checking books. So what is Erika and Willie doing? Where you headed?
I'm storming off ahead on my own, trying to be tough.
Okay.
Erika's following me. I'll let her catch up though.
Yeah, Willie,
Okay.
slow down.
Okay. I'll pretend like I didn't want to. But secretly I feel so much better that she came and she caught up with me. I'm like, feel a bit more secure now.
Do you hold his hand?
I put my hand
I've got
on
one
my
of those
knife.
backpack leaches on him.
Fuck off!
Kid lead around your waist and
No.
On the leash.
Heal.
Stay, boy, stay.
You should have one of those electric collars they have for like animals where you could just like.
Oh, chokers were so in during the 90s, so for sure.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, Willie, slow down. The car is over there, and I'll point to the car that I saw, which was not there earlier.
Oh, okay. And I'll go back and look.
Okay. So you're heading over to that car.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just have a look at it, not from a distance though, but I'm gonna try to take a mental note of the registration, the colour of it. Is there any markings on it?
Okay.
And I'll be keeping an eye out for biker gang people.
Okay. So you make your way down Main Street, back past the church, and towards this abandoned station wagon. It's a bit dirty, dusty, but other than that, it looks like it's fairly new. In fact, from the reg, it's probably only a couple of years old. There's no sign of anybody nearby. The two nearest homes that you can see here look to be abandoned, as are most of the houses here in Smallville. Littleville, not Smallville. Superman.
Copyright.
Should we? So this is the car that you think we might be able to steal, or this was the one that wasn't
the driver's
here
door. This is the one that wasn't there. It wasn't there before. The driver's door is wide open.
Right. Okay. What about the doors of the houses? Are either of those open? Front doors.
You probably can't see from here.
So maybe I'll go a little bit closer.
Okay. Okay, so you can from that side you can see. It's a different drive. Hold a minute. So let's remember which side the doors is on. The doors are on the American side. So the other side. So here. So when you get closer, you can see by the open door there's something on the floor.
On the ground outside the car.
Yeah.
What is it?
So going over, it's a dictaphone.
I'll pick it up.
Smashed. It's been smashed into pieces,
Oh.
but the tape inside it is there's a tape inside, and the tape inside is intact.
I'll take the tape.
Okay.
Take the tape.
Okay.
What about? Is there anything else in the car, in the glove compartment, on the seats, on the floor?
There's maybe a pair of gloves and the manual for the car. Maybe a few old parking tickets, but nothing of real note or interest. There's no keys in the car either. There's no keys in the ignition. No keys in the glove box or kind of tucked under the sun visor.
2 seconds. I'm just adding that tape to my sheet with a
Okay.
description from a smashed dictaphone.
The handbrake is on as well.
Handbrake is on. All right. And what about the doors in these houses? Were there either of those open?
They are not. Maybe some of the windows are broken. They're clearly long abandoned.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll be like, it looks good, Erika. It looks like I don't know cars. I don't drive. Check out the car, and I'm gonna go over to the house and peek in a window.
Okay. Oh, and what's
I
Erika
will
doing?
go and kind of look over the car, see if I can take the handbrake off, maybe pop it in neutral, and move it at all.
Yeah. So take the handbrake off. Put it into neutral. You can. I mean, it's a pretty heavy old station wagon. So it's takes some effort to move it, but once it gets rolling, it's not too hard. You can
Willie, I'm
certainly,
gonna
move it.
I'm gonna push this over to the church parking lot. Maybe we can take a better look there.
I give her a thumbs up as I'll just like look away from the window for a second to give you a thumbs up.
Okay.
All right, don't stay behind too long.
Okay. What do I see?
Okay.
from the window?
We'll see in a moment. So what? So where is Nancy and Cade going?
We are going to find a car on the south side of the town.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll just like casually any car. I mean, I guess like anything that looks, you know, that it's going to be in use. We're not going to be looking at every broken down car. Like, you know.
Okay. So coming out of the church, or rather priest. So coming out of the church, you can see on Main Street and these and various side streets the several cars parked up. One or two look like they've just been abandoned in the middle of the road. Certainly the ones that are parked at the side of the road all look, you know, fairly good condition. You know, varying in how old they are. The only noticeable thing about them is that they are dirty. They're covered in like quite a thick layer of grime. Not, you know, obviously a sign that they've not been washed, but not been used or moved for quite some time.
While we are walking about, do I hear any motorcycle sounds in this, like in driving?
You do not. The whole of this place, the whole of Littleville is very quiet. All you hear is the sound, maybe the sound of birds, and that's it.
That's it. Okay.
There's no sound of traffic, either nearby or in the distance. No sign of there's very little in the way of population here anyway. You know, like I say, most of these, the majority, probably 90% of these houses are abandoned.
You mean like doing, I don't know, like pop the hood and like check a few of them to see if they look roadworthy in a nonchalant way?
Yeah, sure. Have you got any kind of knowledge of cars? I mean, you're quite knowledgeable, aren't you? You're well read.
I mean,
and stuff,
I mean, I'm 18, so I would imagine you said I'd been to like high school, so I would imagine in America we do driver's ed, so I know enough about basic car mechanics. I would imagine, like
yeah. So it seems reasonable. Like I say, you're pretty well read as well.
What age did you learn to drive, Brew?
I got a permit at 15.
There we go.
But,
Americans typically do it very young, don't you?
yeah, but we don't.
And driving too.
We don't learn about cars outside of like how to operate.
So which?
I mean, Brie looks to me like Brie looks like a tractor girl to me. You know, where she's been doing it since she was like 9.
So which road is Nancy and Cade going down? Going down Ellis Street or Sonoma Avenue?
I will say Sonoma Avenue.
Okay, right.
Sonoma.
Right. Okay. Sonoma. Anyway, so yeah.
Sounds like this summer drug. So I'm going that the drug addict should want to go down the drug sounded street.
Reminds me of that drug I took once.
So, Nancy, you pop the hoods of a couple of the better looking the couple of better looking vehicles, a couple that catch your eye more than the others. I mean, there's not a great deal to choose between them, and they all appear intact. Nothing untowards. They all appear in good, perfectly good condition.
And if we look through the window, does it has like gas in the tank? Or
well, you'll not be able to tell from looking at the gauges because the ignition's off, so the gauge will be ready. It'll be down as empty.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I would say you can maybe even if it's a case of forcing open the petrol cap. I mean, some of them won't lock, some of them will just unscrew. But yeah, I would say that there seems to be at least some gas in both of them.
Okay. Are we lucky enough to see a key in there? No,
there's no keys. Particularly The ones that are parked up, you look that you've checked. The obviously you can't open the doors because they're locked and there's no keys in. You can't see any key inside.
But
The ones that are
Erika's-
abandoned in the middle of the roads, the few that are abandoned, and that might be a different matter.
I mean, one, Erica's a scientist, so she probably knows how to hotwire a car, and Francis seems a little bit like a felon. So if we find him, I would imagine you could still hotwire cars in the 90s, so
You could hotwire cars.
I would imagine there must be someone in our entire group. I don't know about Willie.
I think a car would be more hotwireable in the 90s than it would be now.
Yeah, plus they beat all the cars from the 90s. These ones are probably from the 80s as well, right? Like, you know,
From
they're
the
not going to be like
from the 70s
newest
and
90s.
80s and 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
60s and 70s and 80s and 90s.
So I think the car issue is not as much of an issue as we thought. So I feel slightly safer, but slightly worried that is there anyone like on the there's not many people on the street though, right? It's really quiet.
So all of these houses that you can see, they appear to be abandoned. So like I say, on the map, you can see there's a few named businesses. Those are the only those are the only businesses on Main Street. Whether they actually still function businesses or not is another matter. But everything else that hasn't got a name on it is either resident. Well, it'll be residential, either a home or a block of, like a set of apartments, and everything, almost everything. The ones that you can see, they all look abandoned. The gardens are overgrown. The window, some of the houses are covered in graffiti. The windows smashed. Some of the doors have been kicked in on some of them. Some of them look intact, more or less. Not well kept.
I mean, we could
Phil,
we could just be in Glasgow. It could just be a normal street in Glasgow.
It could be, yeah, just a typical estate.
Just trying to alienate our Glaswegian fans.
Yeah, Ireland already hates you. You're moving on to Glasgow next. Appreciate that.
Just Glasgow, not all of Scotland, just Glasgow, because I'm scared of all Scottish people. Just maybe not one state.
What do you call a Glaswegian superhero?
Some of these homes must be lived in because there are people still living in this community. So some of them, not all of them are abandoned, but pretty much everything you can see nearby looks to be.
Okay.
But there's about 90% of this place is abandoned.
We could go check the house the car is parked by, if there's a keys in there, just in case, just to make it easier for us without hot wiring.
Yeah, I mean the other thing is how scary does Cade look? Because if there's a few people and they're like old and decrepit, we could be like, we would like your car keys, please, or we will kill, you, and they might just hand them over. But I'd rather not do that because that sounds bad. But yeah, I think can we check?
That definitely sounds bad. Robbing people for their car keys.
Yeah, but we're asking them before we do, No, I think we should. Yeah, I think Cade's idea is better was to check if there's any.
I think so.
It might take us a bit, but if we can, check. Plus, again, depending how old the car is, I bet you all the car keys were nearly the same. I bet there's 4 per car, so if odds are we'll open one.
So you want to check the nearest house, the house by one of these cars that's parked up, assuming it belongs to them.
Yeah, assuming
I mean, there's probably some of these houses have probably got cars parked on the driveway as well.
So that would make it easier.
Yeah.
Okay. Rightio. So you're just going to go to the first one that you find that's got a car on the drive?
Yeah, I go with that first car. If it seems to be a functional car, then I go to the windows on the house to see if there's anyone in there first before I go inside.
Okay. Rightio. So, meanwhile, Erika, you were pushing the car, this station wagon, down across Main Street into the car park at the back of the church. Correct. Okay, so let's see you manage to do that. Take some effort and kind of as you push it in through the gates of the car park, it kind of like sort of collapse against the hood of the car, out catching your breath after shoving this heavy station wagon like a couple of a few hundred yards. Well, what do you want to do now?
Did Willie follow me?
He did not.
Damn it, that kid. I will.
I'm off on my
I
own
will-
with one hope. Like, so that's not dangerous.
Remember in the 90s, you could vaguely hit children, like vaguely. So
Listen, I remember learning about child protective services back then, so it's getting more dangerous.
I'm not saying you should or you can. I'm just saying that it's not a whole no in,
I will take a second to catch my breath and turn around and start heading back up the street where I last saw Willie.
Okay.
And see if we can maybe find Francis.
Okay. Fair enough. So Willie, you were looking in through the window of this house, were you not? Can you roll a D6, perhaps?
Four.
Okay. So you're looking through the window of this house. Like I said, the windows are like all like thick with grime and dust. But as you look through, you are surprised to see that on the inside of the window, there a metal kind of roller blind that's been pulled down.
So I can't see in through the window.
Checking the other windows to just the other windows immediately to your left and right, they're the same.
So I can't see in the window.
No, not when you get up close. You have to get up close because, like I say, the windows are really dirty. But when you peer through rub some of the grime away, you can see inside there's metal roller shutters.
Right, I'll go across the street to the other house then. Same thing.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, looks empty. The door, probably when you kind of get close, you can see that the door is partially open.
Oh,
just
I'll go
over a
in.
crack.
I'll go in.
Okay. Roll a d6.
Two.
Okay. Right. So yeah, you go inside, and it's quite a small house. It's sort of like a dormer bungalow, kind of main ground floor, and then there's some stairs that go up to like where there's a couple of bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
But this place it stinks inside. It stinks like a public convenience.
Oh.
One of the rooms, there's like burn marks up the wall where somebody's had a fire. The furniture has been smashed up and ripped apart. Walls are covered in graffiti, and dirt and mold covers the walls and furniture. Although you could maybe sleep in here if you were desperate, maybe in the upstairs bit, but other than that, this place has nothing of value inside.
No Francis and nothing of value.
No.
I will go back out then.
Okay. So you go back outside, and then you hear a shot, a gunshot, and the way you come out the door, and the sign, kind of the little house number plate on the side of the door, is a bullet hits that and kind of ricochets off this metal number at the side of the door.
Oh shit.
And then you hear this voice, "Get the fuck away!"
I'll run down the street. I'll run this way.
So you can make a wits check to avoid losing your last point of hope.
Oh
again.
no.
Yeah. Okay,
Push.
so Erika,
Wait,
you're
no.
coming out the car
Wait,
park.
no, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it.
Are you going to push it? Okay, go to the push.
Oh no, no,
Nope.
fuck.
Well, you definitely lose it there. Okay, so you're down to so you
Down to
you're
zero
down
again.
So Erika, you come out the car park just in time to see Willie running down across from Main Street, like tears streaming down his face again, his eyes red raw and just in a blind panic.
Would I have heard the gunshot?
Oh yes, you would have heard the gunshot. In fact, everybody would have heard the gunshot. Obviously, for Nancy and Cade, it sounds a little more distant.
I'll run up to Willie, meet him where he's at, and kind of shield his body and look around to see if I see anybody, or what might be going on. Are you okay?
Someone shot at me. And someone shouted, yelled at me, and someone shot. There was a gun. Someone, and it almost hit me.
Wait, where was this at? Like up the street?
The house where you took the car from. The house up there. I was just looking in the house, and someone yelled, "Get the fuck away!" and shot at me.
Oh my. Okay. Let's go in the church. Get back in the church.
Did you
I'll
see
try
Francis?
and shepherd him. I know, but right now, if you're getting shot at, it doesn't do any good. If you get shot, like we can't find Francis. He's at least got a gun. We don't have that. We don't know what we're going up against. I don't know if they're just defending their property or was it biker guys?
I don't know. I just heard them. I didn't see anyone. Did I, Phil?
No, but the shot must have come from the house
Across the street.
just directly across with the metal shutters on the inside of the windows.
Yeah, no, it was someone from the other house. I was just trying to look in the window, and then they shot at me.
And nobody's following him?
No.
I don't think anyone came out. I don't think.
I mean, I know people live here still. There's people that come to the church. I don't know if it was one of them.
I thought the
I don't
house was
know.
abandoned. I'm sorry.
I should have listened to Father Marcos. He told us not to go out. Let's just go back in the church. Wait for the others. Hopefully they'll be back soon.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going back in the church. Radio. Back in the church. So Nancy and Cade, you hear you walk up the driveway to this house, and as you're approaching the door, you hear this gunshot echo out across Littleville. But it is, like I say, it's clearly some distance away from you, not back up beyond Main Street.
Cade was just looking in the windows, right?
Is that what Cade was doing?
Yeah, I was looking in the windows to see.
Okay.
if someone lived.
I'm gonna knock on after hearing that. Nancy's gonna think quick and knock on the door and be like, "Oh, it's just the church where we're delivering care packages. We wanted to see if you're okay."
Okay. Do you want to one of you roll a d6 if you would, please?
Let's see. Nancy
I'm gonna,
can do
like,
it.
Nah, Cade, you can do it because then you get this shame.
Okay.
Oh, Martin, you're the best.
3.
Okay. Okay, so you knock on the door and there is no answer. Cade, looking through the window, like I say again, the windows are quite dirty, but inside the house looks to be in reasonable condition. It's if it's not lived in, it certainly looks like it was only recently abandoned.
Okay. Well, I'm looking through some of the windows. I go back to Nancy into the main door, and says, "I think there's no one living there. I think it's recently abandoned."
Oh well, we can maybe creep around, I think, and see if we can find the keys.
Yeah, I agree. Let's check if the door is open.
Okay, so you check the door, and to your surprise, it is unlocked.
Okay. Nancy, keep a watch out for any bikers or your maybe leans.
I'll close the door so it's just open like a crack, so I can, and then let him look around.
Okay. What? So you're both looking around the house, or?
Yeah, we're both looking around the house.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So you don't need to make any rolls or anything. So it takes you maybe. So if you look around the house, it's a fairly small single-story house. A couple of bedrooms, a master bedroom, what looks like a guest room. Doesn't look to be, it's all there's sheets on the bed, but it doesn't look to be in use. There's like a dresser, and all the drawers and things are empty. There's a living room, like a kitchen diner, and a main bedroom that does look. The sheets are turned back. Looks like somebody slept in it recently. And there's a small bathroom with a bath and a shower, toilet. And in the kitchen, there's like glass patio doors, like probably a lot of these houses are kind of cookie cutter thing. They look pretty much identical. And there's a set of glass patio doors that look out onto the garden. The garden, like the rest of the house, it's the garden looks like it's been kept quite tidy. The grass is trim. The borders have got flowers and plants in that look like they've been somebody's tending to them. And you can kind of towards the bottom of the garden where there's like this little ornamental pond. You can see like one of those round sort of glass-topped garden tables, and some wicker garden chairs arranged around it. And
if Cade tells me this, I'm like, should we just live here because it seems nice? Like better than my house.
It looks a nice place here.
So it's just stay here.
Probably the only thing that's a little odd. There's a slight burning smell in the kitchen, which is easy to find the source of. On the stove is a pan, and the stove is still. It's like an electric stove. The ring is still on, and there's a pan of maybe some kind of soup or something that was in it.
Not fucking soup.
But the pan is red hot. The handle, it's almost hot, too hot to touch, and it's burnt. And it looks like it's been this way for a while because it's just completely burnt. There's nothing, there's no vapor or smoke coming off it anymore. It's got just burnt. The pan itself is burnt,
okay.
And it's still red hot. But there's this lingering smell that's coming from this, like I said, the contents of this pan that's just been burnt and welded to the pan.
Okay. Seeing that, I'm just gonna go over to the stove and just turn it off. We don't want a house fire. We don't want
Bang.
that. I think someone was cooking recently. Nah.
Do you get like 7 empathy points for like having gas safety? You're like, no.
Some good karma points later.
What about Nancy? What's Nancy doing?
No, she's being good. She's like I said, she's just keeping the door open a crack so she can see if anyone's, coming back. Obviously, listening out for gun noises. I mean, yeah, I guess she's in the hallway, so I guess, it's not like it matters if there's a phone or anything, does it? It's not like I can phone anyone, so yeah, she'll just be keeping a lookout.
Okay.
But like trying to be as quiet as possible so she kind of hear what Cade's doing in case he starts screaming or falls in a hole or something. Or she can hear him like heating up a spoon over a stove.
Oh, just so something for Kate as well. So the neuron that you've got, it's in like it's like in a inhaler.
Ah, inhaler.
Like
okay.
jet.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Love me
Okay, so
some
what's
jet.
like okay, then, okay.
Old school.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as the stove, yeah.
Yeah. So, can you both roll me a d6?
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, 6.
Ooh.
I got it. No success.
Yeah, it just roll. It
It always says no success when you're just rolling a random
when
d6.
you roll it from the dice tray, it always says no success.
I got 3, I think.
But yeah, that's technically another bit anyway. So Cade, you're in the you're in the kitchen. You turn the stove off. Maybe you go, check in. Maybe you check the cupboards. And there's quite a few tins, still quite new tins of food, canned food in the cupboards.
Ooh, okay.
In fact, roll me another. Oh, in fact, what did you roll? You rolled a 6, did you not?
Yes.
You did. So there's about 6 days worth.
Ooh, okay, so 6 cans. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah, 6 cans. So 6 days worth for one person. So
All right, and I add it to my inventory. on
See if
my
it's soup, I'm
sheet.
going to fucking kill you, Phil.
Let's see. Okay. 6 days.
Stilton and leek soup.
Fuck off.
Damn you, Campbell's.
Oh, don't! I saw the thing. I saw the thing.
Cans of
But it was
food,
all.
6.
But in the 90s, it was all organic, right? So it's fine.
Let's see. Consumable. Yes.
Okay, so you're taking these cans?
Yeah, take this in the cans here.
Better be.
Okay, so you start. You could probably Nancy. You can probably hear the sound of Cade going through the cupboards, and as maybe you kind of glance around and you hear this noise, and you notice there's kind of just inside the door, just behind you, just to your left hand side. There's like a coat rack, a couple of coats on, and it partially, you didn't notice at first, but it partially obscures one of those little tables, like a shelf table underneath the coat rack, and there's a bowl on this table, and you can see a bundle of dollar bills.
Sweet. Is there a bowl with car keys in it?
Well, as you look, you step away from the door and go over and look, and there is about $40 in cash,
Sweet.
and there is a set of car keys.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. And this was the house that had the car on the drive, right?
It
so
is.
We have
It is
I'm
indeed.
gonna say in like a medium voice, it'd be like, I found only the car keys. Did you find anything?
Superb. Love it.
Like
mate.
I'm just rummaging in the cupboards. Like, yeah, I found some supplies. 6 cans. So
I'm gonna go and be like, I'm gonna put $39 down my bra, and then I found $1. Maybe we can share it. and the car keys. And the car keys.
I'm more happy for the car keys. Very good. Very good. Not bad, good.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay.
And I guess I might just I don't know how much this is going to affect the game, but maybe if we have a car, maybe we should get some blankets and stuff for the car, so we can sleep and basically get whatever those utility things that forks.
Yeah, we
Oh
could-
yeah.
Good
Things
shout.
like that, definitely.
Can opener,
Can opener. Can
like
opener.
if that's
Couple-
okay.
Couple
Do
of
I have to
metal
tell you?
dishes
Do I
or
have to tell
something.
you exactly what it is, or can you? I think you know what I'm asking, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get some things like blankets and things, because those things will definitely help make it more comfortable if you find yourself sleeping rough, like maybe in the car and things.
Yeah.
But they will definitely make a difference.
Yeah,
a
like
mechanical difference as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I will do think of getting a picnic set, cutlery and stuff to open cans. And...
Some mugs, some plates, some bowls, forks
Like
and
if they-
spoons.
And then
Coffee
like,
maker.
Let's be
Coffee
kind.
maker,
There's
yeah,
maybe there's a wicker basket with like a picnic, kind of small.
yeah,
picnic
just
stuff
like
in
some
there.
base to make it easier. Yeah, but I'll definitely get a can opener. I don't want
A
something.
kettle, a kettle that plugs into a car lighter thing.
I was yeah,
Good plan.
I might be
Nancy,
pushing
good
it.
plan.
yeah,
Good
but
plan,
yeah,
Nancy.
I'll
Well,
get
But yeah, so things like that and some blankets and things. Yeah,
Well,
no
Yeah.
problem. Things
Well,
that you could easily stuff in the boot of the trunk of this car.
Very good.
Yep.
While you do that, Nancy, I'm going to check the bathrooms for any medical supplies. Maybe there's some bandages for the journey as well,
Okay.
just in case.
So, so if
medical supplies.
Medical
Yeah.
supplies.
Yeah, because you need your diabetes syringes, right? That's what you're looking for in case in case you need that. Insulin's
Okay, so-
important. Insulin's important.
It is important, yes.
So make sure you go and find it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go down the hallway, to the bathroom. You open the bathroom door, and it kind of sticks. You kind of open it a little, maybe about a few inches, and then the door butts up against something, and you have to give it a little bit of only slight bit of resistance. So you give it a little bit of a shove, and the door comes open, and you are confronted with a man. Sat on the toilet, his trousers round his ankles, and his head his chin sort of resting on his chest with a Neurocaster helmet on.
Oh, fuck.
And he's not dead, he's alive. You can see his chest rising and falling slowly. And there's a kind of a there's a smell of like that unwashed smell of sweat. There's a smell of shit and stale piss coming from the toilet.
Does he smell like a Discord moderator? Because I've heard that. Sorry, guys.
Fuck me.
Well, I have to offend a few people, and I've gotten bored of offending countries.
So yeah, I'm just seeing like this man with his pants down, taking shit in his Neurocast, smelling like shit. I'm just gonna hope he's not waking up or going off his Neurocast, and I'm looking through the cupboards in the bathroom.
Okay, so he's you kind of step round, he's kind of sat in the thing, like I say, his chin's down, his jaw is like constantly sort of moving. It's like as if he's like kind of chewing the cud kind of thing.
Like he's on the disco
His hands
biscuits.
keep flexing and unflexing and opening and closing, flexing his hands. You can give us a roll of d6.
Okay.
I brought back memories, Phil.
Oh. Oh, he's gonna wake up.
Okay, so there's nothing. There's nothing of interest to you in the medicine cabinet. There's some toothbrushes, maybe a razor, some shaving foam, toothpaste, maybe some Pepto-Bismol, maybe some aspirin, and that's it.
Fuck, where's the good stuff, man? There's no good stuff here.
No codeine promethazine, unfortunately.
No Oxy in the 90s, right?
So yeah, I'm just looking a little bit frustrated, not finding any good stuff in here, and then I look back at the man, and I go over him and flush the toilet.
Aww. I think Cage should be getting he's doing like minor housework. I think you should give him some karma points.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
You awarded a cosmetic, a nice pink apron
Aww.
Phil, can you
and a
find us?
toilet brush.
Can you find us a time to have a half-time break?
I can indeed. I would just coming to that. So okay, so you'll lean over and flush the toilet, and as you do, suddenly this guy sort of grab his hand just convulsively grabs hold of your shirt.
Oh shit.
And we'll take a break.
Nice.
Hey.
Even got a fucking cliffhanger. Perfect.
Okay, we're back in a few.
See you in 13 minutes, Twitch. and we are back for part 2.
Okay.
Do the
So,
thing.
as you reach over, Cade, you reach over and flush the toilet, and suddenly this guy hand just grabs you by the shirt.
I look down, I see awake, is he off his Neurocaster?
So he's got his head's still down, and he's kind of like grinding it. You can hear him grinding his teeth, and his jaw sort of works back and forth, and his hand is just like grasping. It looks like it was just like an involuntary reaction, just tapping, just because you happen to be there.
Okay. I'm just gonna see if I can make him let go of my shirt.
Okay, and how are you going to do that?
I will try to pull his hand away from my shirt.
Okay. So, yeah, what are you gonna put? Are you gonna get hold of his hand, or are you gonna get hold
Yeah, I'm
of
gonna get
your
hold of his
shirt?
hand and essentially just pull his hand away from my shirt here.
Okay. Right. Okay. So you get his hand, and it kind of pulls your shirt a little bit, and it doesn't feel like it's going to let go at first, but then eventually, he's like I say, his hand is convulsively clenching and unclenching, and as it unclenches, you manage to pull it free of your shirt.
Fuck, man, it's an expensive shirt. Fuck. And but yeah, so when I'm looking at him again, does he look very thin, or like from dehydration or food?
It looks it does look quite thin, but not to the point that you've seen some Neurocaster users.
Okay. Because I can't take off his Neurocaster without his permission, because they have to
Do that would risk you could potentially
Yeah.
cause mental mental trauma.
Yeah, I remember something like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna, as he has let go of my shirt, I'm just gonna leave him be and keep the bathroom door open. Maybe someone else sees him in that state, and go down to Nancy and says, "Don't go into the bathroom. It stinks in there."
It's like, yeah, because nothing else happened in there. But she's like, anyway, I got the keys, so should we hit up the other guys?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get the car and get up to the church and find Francis after.
Okay, so you're heading back outside.
Yep.
Okay, so you're outside.
With my $39, because I give Cade $1.
Okay, so Cade, you've got to do $1.
Oh, how kind. Thank you.
Okay, so you get in the car on the drive.
Yeah.
Let's see what car.
Yeah, what kind of car is it? Now I'm curious.
The popular JDM race car.
Has it got AT's phone in it so we can call people? I'm guessing no, but I thought I'd check if I have to roll for something.
It is a Ford Taurus. A red Ford Taurus.
I'll Google that.
But has it got red fake leather interior?
No,
Is it a
it's got
shagging
fabric
wagon?
seats. It's got charcoal covered fabric seats.
Oh, it's a nice looking car.
They sound very shagging to me, like.
Oh, I mean, should we be classy and like ride the car around to the church, or are we calling too much like attention to ourselves? I'm going to ask Kate that.
Look, we are we are rock stars. Let's try it on with style.
Okay, cool.
So you driving, Nancy?
Yeah, I'm happy to drive.
Okay.
What does the beeper sound like? Because if it says something weird like a cucaracha or something, it's like a cool horn, or is it like a weird horn?
It is a pretty, yeah, it's a very bog standard average car horn.
Okay, not a fancy one.
No. It's a
Sweet
very-
shell.
It's American, so it
Very
sounds
kind of,
very obnoxious.
I'll drive us down in style for the whole 500 meters to the church.
Okay. Okay, so you get in, you both get in the car. Presumably, Kay gets in the passenger seat. You put the key in the ignition, turn the key, and it is completely and utterly dead.
Oh. What? What a
Dead
fuck.
as in like it's like dead as in like there's no gas, or the dead as in like the battery's dead, or
The
dead-
battery, yeah, there's no, so it doesn't, the engine doesn't turn over at all. It seems like the battery must be is either not present or is completely dead. And kind of, it's a pop. You kind of pop the hood, and everything seems to be there. All the cables and stuff, the battery's there. So yeah, the battery is just completely dead. Nothing even, not even a warning light pops up on the dash.
Doesn't sound good.
I look a
Red.
little bit frustrated and I clamp onto the dashboard. Fuck!
I'm glad that we tried this and telling our friends we have a cool car, so then we'd be like, oh, so at least we know that this car's a dirt.
I guess so, Nancy. I guess so. Fuck. Need to get
I mean,
the
do you
fuck
think?
out of here.
I mean, it's such a shame there's not an owner we can talk to who might be able to like tell us what's wrong with his car, but we didn't find anyone in there, so
He's too busy. That's all I will say.
busy. Oh, okay.
You don't want to go.
And I
in.
guess we can't do a mechanics check to figure out what's exactly wrong with the car. I don't.
You could, I guess. Let's see, what would that be? Has anybody got any skill with that kind of stuff?
No, nothing on the talents. No.
No. If you've got no skill in it, then it would be a wits check.
Which can we both roll?
It'd just be a wits check. If you got skill in it, then it'll give you bonus extra dice and things. But yeah, wits check.
My wits is 6, so
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
my wits are pretty good. So
Your wits are 6. I thought 5 was the
Oh
maximum.
yeah, sorry, yeah. 6 is the maximum, not 5.
I got a success.
You did. Okay, so the car you spend some. Yeah, it takes about half an hour.
Okay.
And you check everything. You know, you like you say, you've done driver's ed. You know the basics. So you check all the cables, and nothing is wrong. The only thing, the last thing you check is the battery, and the battery is completely dead. Not a single spark. Even when you kind of cross the cables, you don't get nothing. Not a single spark comes from it.
Would
It's
I
completely
know?
and utterly dead.
Would I know roughly how much a battery would cost in this climate?
A battery would probably cost about $20 to $30. I would get a rough guess.
I mean, it's a shame that I only found $1. Maybe we could, talk to someone. Yeah, we should definitely meet the other guys, and I will say, tell them all.
I mean,
this,
there's plenty of other cars. There's at least, you can see from where you're stood on this drive, you can see at least half a dozen other cars.
I feel that this is not going to be the one situation. There's just one car with a dud battery, but my next move would be speak to the guys and then go to the mechanic and see if I can buy a battery. But obviously, I want to tell everyone what we've been up to and see what the random shot noise was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it was Francis. He's had the gun. Who knows?
Maybe they shot Francis. Maybe they were like, "Fuck you, dude," and just shot him. Because I mean, that Erika's unstable. You know what mothers are like.
For being a very cheerful person, you have very dark thoughts.
I mean, it's the music I listen to. Sometimes I listen to it backwards to get messages.
Oh, okay.
So you're returning to the church then now? As you're
Yes.
having this
Yeah,
conversation?
carless, but with hope and keys. So
Please.
Okay. Rightio. So yeah, your what is so while you were Nancy and Cade are walking back towards the church, is Erika and William doing anything? You're kind of holed back in the
Can't
church
do
hall.
anything. I'm broken again, mate.
You are broken again. Maybe Erika tries to rally you again. Perhaps I'm not sure.
She's gonna be
Yeah,
sick of trying to rally me.
Erica would have gone in the kitchen to make some soup.
That's it. If I see soup one more time, I'm tying a rope round my neck and jumping off the balcony. That's it. Fucking one more soup.
what brand of soup have you?
Do not give me soup when I'm on zero hope.
Good
That'll be
old
it.
Campbell's.
Yeah, with that
Mulligatawny
fresh goodness made from real things.
Steals gun and shoots it on shoots himself.
I mean, it's all that there is to eat, really. And I don't want to use our supplies that I bought, so I would have gotten a bowl of soup, heated it up, and brought it out to Willie. Hey, man, are you okay?
I got scared and it's embarrassing. And then I keep doing it. I keep getting
What
scared.
do you mean it's embarrassing?
It's embarrassing.
You're a kid. And
I'm
to
16
get
and
shot at, no, listen. To get shot at whatever age you are, that's going to be scary. And you handled it better than most people could.
yeah. I mean, I guess I got lucky. Anyway, did we heard where Francis is? Did the guys come back? Did anyone find Francis? Where is he? I'm worried, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought they would have come out quicker. But maybe they didn't hear a gunshot. Or maybe something happened to them too. I don't know. I don't want to get in that headspace, but
We're gonna need to keep our
that
heads
Cade
down.
guy
That
is
was
just kind of.
it was right across
Could
the
I
street.
ask,
I got shot at. That was right across the street from here. We're gonna have to keep our heads down.
I
Could
mean,
I ask what? Sorry, well,
nope. Go ahead.
could I ask what William's tension is with Erika?
One, but it's because he likes her.
Okay.
He thinks she's cool.
Okay. So don't forget that relieving tension, lowering tension helps is a way of getting hope back as well.
Oh, so if I lower the
Relieve
tension, with her-
tension, you can relieve tension in a positive or negative way as well.
But I think I've gotten it wrong. I don't think I should have one positive. I don't think there is a positive tension, is there? So I don't think I should have that.
You can have positive tension with something. Yeah, if you like something, it's about the emotions. It's not about negative. Whether negative.
Well,
it
he's
can be negative emotions. It can be positive or negative.
he's 16. He's got more hormones than he knows what to do with. He's running about with a hard on that he can't control, and any woman that even talks to him, he's fucking falls in love with. So yeah, there is one tension with Erika because he's got a boner for Erika. Because he's got a boner for any woman because he's 16.
Okay.
Erica will like not look at the boner while she's talking to him.
The constant boner that is always present and never has not been not present.
I mean, he's 16.
That's why I'm saying it. We've all
we've all been 16
We have
before.
all been 16, I think. I was going to say we've not all been 16-year-old boys, unless Bruce what's got a secret you want to tell the group.
No, but I know 16-year-old boys.
That's not creepy. Can we sound like that?
I mean, I was an adolescent once. Dated.
Yeah. You would have had 16-year-old peers when you were 16. You know exactly what a 16-year-old boy acts like. So yeah,
Don't worry, don't worry.
any woman that
We'll call-
talks to me currently, there's tension because it's sexual tension because I'm a fucking hormonal
We'll
teenager.
we'll cut that. We'll cut that bit out of the soundbite because that makes it sound normal. But thanks, bro.
I mean, I didn't think I needed to clarify, but
You never know.
after
mate.
that one game, I probably
But
should.
after that time with Creepy Bobby, yeah, just in case anyone remembers Creepy Bobby.
Creepy Robbie, and then I know 16-year-old boys. We'll just put that together.
Whoa, I didn't say it with that inflection.
I mean, we could probably get AI to just edit it a bit. Anyway, that's for the future. That's for the editing. And I don't do the editing, so you're fine.
So Willie,
Can we edit that as well on the end? So blah blah blah. And Willie.
Willie.
Taking that out of context.
Yep. I know
listen, AI is
16
gonna take
16-year-old boys and Willie.
and Willie.
I move a cushion over my lap when I'm talking to Erica, so she doesn't feel so uncomfortable. Yes, Erica. I see.
I think in that case, I would suggest that increases Cade's tension with Erika to something that becomes more noticeable.
Cade's or
For want of a
mine?
better word. No, Willie's. Sorry.
Yeah.
Willie.
Listen, I don't
Just a Cade.
need getting hard on now too.
Yeah.
You're making me put up to
so,
two just because I've got a
I would say
constant boner.
Willie's tension with Erika is probably.
She could have no arms and no legs, and I would still have a boner. Phil, I'm 16.
Chris is gonna walk in and be like, "What's going on?"
I mean,
No, that's pretty cool.
Erica must feel so good as a woman after that comment. Like, even if you didn't have arms or legs, he'd still like you. You must feel great about yourself.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Oh,
Okay.
once again,
But,
this
so
episode is not sponsored by Maybelline.
I've increased William's tension with Erika.
Yeah, you can't call him Willie anymore. You can't say Willie tension in a sentence.
Willie tension. We have increased the Willie tension.
Oh my days.
But I guess Erika was trying to rally William.
Oh, go on, Erica. Rally the Willie.
Oh
I mean, the Willie doesn't take any rallying. That thing, I'm depressed, crying. I've still got a hard on.
So Erika, I think you got one level two. So that would do you want to make an empathy roll then, Erika? And you can add your tension with William.
Why is his last name Carbone?
Oh no.
Willie Carbone. I mean,
He's out there boning cars
Boning-
right now.
Boning MILFs in their cars.
Is
that what
autoerotic
is that-
fetishist?
is that what actually happened to the car when it was?
If she says that to me, I look her dead in the eyes and say it's because I bone MILFs in their car.
I'm so glad I'm with Cade at this point, as you guys have some weird.
Okay, so that's one level of success. So that gets you a success.
Cushion
back.
pings across the room.
Back, sorry.
Would you have said that before or after I rallied and increased your spirits?
Oh no, I think it's because you increased my spirits. I had the confidence to say it.
Okay, my tension is gonna go down at that gross remark.
Oh, okay. So that means Erika gets a hope back if she needs any.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. So yeah, you lower your tension.
More importantly, do
William,
I get one back?
No, because you've raised your tension with her, not reduced it. You need to reduce it somehow,
But
either in a
that's-
positive or negative fashion.
But
Now,
that's
you
just-
can use your own imagination.
That's
on
just
that.
my boner. It's got a mind of its own.
You do know this game is clearly some form of like therapy game, right? This is not raw. This is just like therapy for people to play out, right?
The therapy state.
Little head is ruling big head.
I will ask Erika if I can have a pack of cigarettes, please, to try and release some tension, some stress. If try and release some stress.
Do you need the whole pack?
You might as well give me the whole pack. I don't want to come and get them one at a time off you. It's a bit. It's not making me feel very mature. Do you know what I mean? It's not doing anything for my self-esteem.
Just make sure you share them with Nancy.
Of course.
I mean, I'm sure you will, right?
I mean, birth control for women, for young girls, is important, so I will absolutely share the cigarettes with Nancy. William now thinks
I have
that
no hope
cigarettes are
for
birth
sex
control.
ed in this reality. Like,
The sex ed
ed
in this
is just
apocalypse is.
non-existent.
Yep.
I mean, Nancy skipped the 4 classes of sex ed. I don't know how many sex ed classes you guys have at high school, but she skipped them all, so she don't know about it.
Ironically, she was having sex with someone behind the bleachers when she skipped the class.
No, she just went to the Catholic one, which is to pray when you have sex and then you don't get pregnant. So she knows the one trick. As long as you pray after, you're fine.
Is that the Catholic method, is it?
The Catholic method.
Is that what they used when they gave up on the rhythm method? They went for that instead.
Yeah, you just, as long as you pray for 10 minutes afterwards, you're fine.
Pray the spray away.
So the cigarettes are before, and the praying is after.
Because the cigarettes are like the incense where you summon the baby Jesus to stop you being pregnant. Yeah,
Right,
that's the Catholic way. Yeah.
Right, that's the Catholic way. Okay.
The
more you
ritual.
know, folks, the more you know.
No.
I might have to tell Father Marcos to really give a good sermon tonight.
I think we could do with a religious education, yeah.
Yep.
He's privately rolling dice while we're bullshitting, by the way.
Yeah, I'm nervous now.
Me too.
It's just the weather again.
I'm going to try and indulge in something to get my hope back. I'm going to try and steal some booze. Or something. I can't even do that because I would need to make skill tests, and you can't make skill tests when you're broken. I can't do shit.
Yeah, so you've got a hope back because of the rallying thing, but you've got your book. You can read your book to get a hope back.
Yes, okay, I'll do that. I'm going to spend some time reading. I'll put one on just now, but then I'm going to spend some time reading my book to try and get another one.
Radio.
Oh, I found this. And I hold out a tape, a dictaphone size tape. Does anyone have one of these dictaphone tape players? I found this.
I mean, it's a church. There might be one inside for where they used to play music before they switched to the Neuroscape.
Maybe. I'm going to go looking for that. Do you know where I would look? Where I might find that? I want to know what's on this.
I don't know if I feel up to asking Father Marcos for permission or guidance as to where that is right now. So I would just assume probably in the main area where he gives his sermons. Check there, I guess.
Maybe I'll try later. Or maybe I'm just going to get some rest just now. What kind of time of day is it, Phil?
It is. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
So I'm just going to spend some time with my book.
Okay. Can you roll a d6?
Do we get to know what kind of book this is? Like,
Yeah, I can tell you what
is
I'm
this
reading.
like a
Yeah, you can see the front
a
cover of
trifold
it. So
kind of pops out?
it's If You Lived Here, You'd Be Home by Now by Chuck Palahniuk. I don't know how you say that. Palahniuk?
Okay, so not like Playboy magazines or
That's
something.
what
Unfortunately not. I'm not relieving my tension. I'm not reloading my musket, no.
You're just in the middle of the church.
Reloading my musket. No. Unfortunately not. I've not yet got any skiddy mags. I didn't want to. When I sent you to get cigarettes and candy for me, I didn't want to ask you, could you get me some jack off magazines as well? That would have been a bit awkward.
Yeah, that would have been really weird.
Yeah, I've got my own plan for getting those.
So when you're like, they're like, are you looking for anything? She's like, I'm looking for a gift for a 16-year-old boy in the porn variety. Have you got anything suitable?
Anything tasteful?
Like, like Victorian maybe, or Egyptian.
Older women, preferably.
Readers' wives.
I'm very hot.
Readers'
very
wives
horny
was a thing in the
asshole.
90s. Readers' wives. Oh. Oh.
Okay. So Willie is reading his book. What's Erika doing while Willie's reading his book?
Do me a favour, Phil. Can you copy paste the name of that book into the chat?
I can put that onto it. Yeah, I can do that for you. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it and read it.
Erika is probably just sitting there lost in thought, wondering what happened to Francis, wondering what the hell is going on with this church, wondering why Nancy and Kate aren't back yet, like if something happened to them. So she's probably just in her mind right now.
Okay. So while you are pondering that, I would say the door opens and in walks Kate and Nancy.
Like, well, I'll usher them over so we can talk to them slightly privately and be like, good news is we got a car.
Oh, we did too.
Really? Like,
Oh,
where is your car?
In the parking lot. Did you see it? It was that station wagon that was getting pushed down the street a little while ago when a gunshot went off.
Oh, that's what and does it work? Like, fully work?
It was getting pushed. So, yeah.
Oh, we found a car too, but the battery's dead. But the rest of it's cool. Plus, we got food and $1, and I think from my personal Maybelline savings, I may be able to buy us a new battery for the car. So I think.
Okay.
So I think, but we need to. I don't know if the mechanic. You said there was a mechanic that you guys knew, so maybe if we can ask him if he has a battery we can buy, then I'm happy to shell out for the battery and maybe get us some gas as well.
Yeah. It was Jimmy's shop just up the street, but somebody shot at Willie.
I rolled my house. I'm like
right up the street.
So like, why did they shoot at Willie though? Was he just Willieing around?
Oh. I see what you did there.
Is he like all over the place?
I don't
like,
think so.
Flopping
I
around
mean,
everywhere, just Willie and stuff.
I think that he was behaving himself as much as he could. I was pushing the car, so I don't know. I don't know which direction he might have flopped.
Like to the left or the, no, yeah. Tell you what, like I trust you. I'll give you. I think Phil said he thought it was about $30. I give you $30 and say, why don't I go and speak to Willie because I think we have a understanding. And as I say that, that's when I'm taking the money out of my bra. I think we have an understanding. So why don't I go and see if Willie's okay, and maybe you and Cade go and see if you can sort out the battery, because I think I can distract Willie from getting shot again for at least 20 minutes, maybe.
Erika will be kind of caught off guard by the understanding comment and feel her own bra to make sure that her stuff is still there. And because I stashed stuff there too.
I think it's not some weird lesbian motor where I like just pass the money into your bra I mean, unless you want it to be. I mean, I don't know.
No. It's just you said we had an understanding, so I didn't know if you were aware of what I have in my bra.
Oh, you have. I mean, I guess all girls, we all have stuff in here for emergencies, right?
So I'm just patting to make sure that that's still there.
Oh, this is all me. Just I have like just a little bit of money in the middle for It's like I'm 18, so different. Gravity's different when you're 18.
Okay, so I guess I'll pat lower on my abdomen just to make sure my stuff is still there.
I mean, you want to be realistic, so just
all right.
For the game.
Near my navel, I'll make sure. No, but I'll just kind of like subconsciously do that, and then I'll take the money from Nancy.
I'll do it like like the whole like drug dealer where you like pat it in your hand, and I'm not like just giving her the money.
Oh, for sure.
You're like
for shizzle. And I'll just say, I if you need a little, I'll whisper. If you need a little bit more, I have a little bit more. If you need, if it's a bit more expensive.
Oh, thanks. I think you might want to keep it to perk up a little bit right now. Mine are down by my belly button apparently, so you might need the padding.
Did you see? Is there a local bra shop? I could try and get us some, 2-for-1 bras.
Nancy, you're all that and a bag of chips. I will turn to walk out to go to Jimmy's in a discreet manner, without Willie following.
See, I missed part of that because I was buying that book. But Martin, have you basically just given Bruce's character a hard time for having old woman tits, and she's like in her late 20s?
Yeah,
that's the impression I got.
Teenagers to 20-year-olds. I mean,
Girls are
bitchy. Yeah. I also gave her some money as well, so I mean, she did all right out of it.
I'll pad mine up with your money.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I said you had shit tits, but then I gave you some money to pad out the tits, so it's fine. Like, if I'd just been mean to you and not given you the money, that would have been unacceptable. That would have.
Yeah, it's fine. They'll just hollow out when I go to pay for the battery.
I mean, you might have a bit of change. You might have a bit of change for some nipple things. I don't know. I don't know what you can get the mechanics. I'm gonna go and see Willie and be like, bye, because I feel Willie will be distracted because he has a crush on me.
Was a part of this meeting all the time you're seeing what the fuck?
Yeah.
Can't be worse than what you see on your trips.
Good point. I'm not gonna rebuke that.
Yuck, man.
Oh, and also in case Phil starts being a dick, I write down like all the registrations of the exact number of the battery that you would need. Just in case.
I mean, it's a car battery. I think the car batteries are quite universal.
I mean, I don't know.
It's okay. Whenever you're a woman and you go into a mechanic, they talk to you like you don't know anything anyway, so.
Also, even if you went in with like, no, you have to say that my dad's a mechanic, but he's not here now. So I
know that you're trying to upgrade me to the gold battery.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So you just say like, my dad's a mechanic, but he's not here now, but he will be. So give me a deal. No, that's the thing you do.
Okay. So is Erika heading back up to Jimmy's Auto Parts and Hardware?
Yeah, I would try to take like a back entrance.
Oh yeah!
It's the apocalypse after all. The apocalypse entrance.
I still think maybe we should always be in two. I think Cade should maybe go with you just on the off chance something goes wrong.
Maybe she doesn't want to be alone with Cade.
There might be biker guys.
Well, you might get mugged you could get mugged for the money, so at least if there's two of you.
I don't think anybody's gonna really feel under my tits for money.
I mean,
I'll just empty my pockets and say,
I'm gonna have to put this on my tension thing. Like,
I mean, yeah, it is a foolproof plan, Brew, because if you do actually put your money in there Phil's not going to have some NPC try and grab you there, is he? Phil's not going to fucking non-conceptually grab you by the tit. So that's a pretty safe plan.
Man, I got that drone battery in there too. So
Yeah,
it's
it's a pretty safe plan. I can't imagine he's going to in any way try and grab you there. So it's a pretty safe plan. He's like, you fucking bet.
We need
you bet.
disclaimers.
No disclaimers. No disclaimers. Those are spoilers.
Unless he's going to be like, unless he's like, you need to do a concentration saving throw for your bra straps and do something real creepy.
Constitution check.
Yeah, it's like your bra just falls off and all the money comes out. You're like, oh no.
And all of my clothes fell off.
Yeah, it's like, oh no.
I know now I have to watch what I say. So back entrance of the church is where I'm gonna try and head out from to get to Jimmy's to avoid any pistol shots.
Okay.
Oh, Jimmy's was here, wasn't it?
Yeah. I can't think of a word myself about incriminating myself either. But yes, I know what you mean. Taking a safe route.
Yes.
Just say you give her the battery and then end the game, and then we won't have any more problems.
And that's it. Well done.
Get the battery now, go home.
You made it to the zone.
Game over. We'll try again with something else.
So are you, is Erika going by herself, or is she taking Cade along with her, or?
That depends if she asks me or not.
I would not ask him.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
I am still
So-
skeptical.
Okay,
I mean,
so we'll
if
chuck Erika out the church.
If Erika is literally definitely going alone, I might be like, oh, Kate. I'll be like, Kate, can you just look after Willie? Because, you know, I don't want Erika to have any issues.
I'm just looking at Willie and then back to Nancy. Fine, I'll watch over the kid, fine.
And like, if he gives you any hassle, just talk about boobs, like random boobs, and he'll be fine. And I'll run after Erika because I'm not gonna let her go by herself.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
about to say
fair
something, but I can't get your voice as you're leaving. Like, fuck, along with the fucking kid. Fine.
It's like, and then I'll also be really bad. It's like, have fun babysitting. And I'll give you another. I'll give you another $1. So now you have $2.
You'll also give Willie another traumatic event.
Okay. Right. So what's Willie and Cade up to then while Nancy and Erika head out again?
I am just trying to chill out with a book.
So how about Cade then? So
Like,
William's got his nose buried in a book.
I'm trying to get another hope
Yeah.
back, basically, so I need to spend some time doing nothing with the book.
You do.
I just
Yeah,
ordered it
after
so I
that
can read it, by the way.
Yeah, after that tension me and William had earlier today, I'm gonna go on the opposite side of the hall and then just plug on my guitar and practice.
I'll get you
Okay.
fucking next time, like.
Okay. Okay.
Fucking get you next time.
So we will say then that Cade hasn't lost any hope, so he's
Just
he's doing fine.
Mr. Crack Pipe will be fine. I'll just smoke some fucking crack and I'll be fine.
Okay, so we'll leave you to there strumming and reading. So I
No, I'm
guess
just
by
reading it.
the
I'm not
time
strumming
Erika-
anything. Thank you very much. You're a pervert.
So we'll say that by the time Erika and Nancy come back, that William has regained a further hope from reading his book. So you can give
Superb.
yourself another hope.
Thank you.
So you two head up to Jimmy's Auto Parts and Hardware, and the guys in this auto shop are still busy working away on this car that's over the pit. There's two guys in the pit still. There's George Lopez. He's probably making some cups of coffee for the workers. And Jimmy is stood kind of lent by the entrance, smoking a cigarette. And as he sees you walking up, he throws it to the floor and stubs it out under his foot. Zaha, good afternoon, ma'am. Again, I'm afraid I haven't found a car for you yet. It'd take a little longer than just a few hours.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you remember me.
Well, it was
This
just
is-
2 hours ago, and there's not many
Yeah.
people here in Littleville.
Yeah, it turns out that we're gonna actually have to leave back sooner than we had planned. But our car that we came
Sorry
in
to hear
with,
that.
yeah, the battery died. So we were wondering if you had a spare battery you might be willing to sell.
You said the battery died.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to sell you a battery, ma'am, but unfortunately, all the batteries I have, they're dead too. They were all discharged a few days back when this weird power surge in the area, and it drained all my batteries. I might be able to get you all in maybe tomorrow, the day after.
Okay. Yeah. It's strange because that must be what happened to ours too. I know when we were coming into town, there was a power surge. So.
Yeah, well, we've had quite a few power surges, unusual power surges around here these past few weeks. I guess there's something, some problems down the local power station, maybe.
All right. Well, I mean, if you're able to acquire one,
I can get on the phone as soon as I've finished my lunch break. I shall get on the phone and put in an order and I can let you know. Well, like I say, I can maybe get one here by tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then it'll be the day after, I'm sure.
oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. We will.
You're most
I'll check
welcome,
back in tomorrow. It was windy. It's windy.
It's Miss Wendy.
Miss Wendy. And I'm like,
Yep.
I mean, it's such a shame. It's just like this other guy we met said he could get like as a rush job on a battery if we paid a little bit more. But I mean, you wouldn't be able to do that, right? You wouldn't be able to like get us a battery. Like today.
I wish I could, young lady, but no. You're more than welcome to take one of the batteries here. I have on the shelves, but like I said, they're all dead.
Can I ask his mechanic opinion? It was like, so technically, like, does he think the batteries went dead because they were connected to the car? So then, if the battery was stationary, it would be okay.
Well, in theory, if a vehicle was left standing for so long, the battery would eventually drain naturally, but that would take some time.
Oh, I'm only asking because I'm thinking maybe we should buy 2 batteries, like, like in case the other one goes funny.
Well, I'll be more than happy to sell you 2 batteries. I mean, it's more money for me. So whether you actually need 2 is, that's personal choice, really.
I mean, what do you think, Erika? Like, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we can check back in tomorrow if we don't hear from our other contact that was gonna try and get us a battery. It
Yeah.
sounds kind of like we're
Are
stuck.
you okay to leave a deposit on that one? Or?
How much would you require?
Oh, well, if you could come through to the office, and he kind of walks, sort of, pushes himself up from the wall and walks towards the kind of shop front part, office part of the workshop, and leads you in and kind of like leafing through a catalogue and then turns it around and pointing a picture of the battery and says, "This is a pretty generic box standard battery. It's kind of cheap range. It's $40. So if you were to leave maybe a $10 deposit on that one."
And would that guarantee we get it tomorrow?
Oh, well, I can't say I can guarantee it tomorrow. That all depends on the supplier. I can try and get it tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, I'm pretty sure it'll be the day after. 2 days most.
don't know if I want to put a deposit down because if our
Well,
other deal happens to go through.
Well, it's refundable. If you don't want the battery, you can have the deposit back. It's kind of a show of goodwill on my part. The business is, I'll be honest, business is a little slow here in Littleville, so it does help me to make those transactions. But of course, there's no obligation if you don't want the battery when it comes in.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We'll put the 10 down, and I'll check back in tomorrow.
Okay.
And see what you're able to do.
Yeah, no problem. So,
while Erica's doing this, can I speak to one of like the young mechanics? Because I want to kind of talk to him and be like, so basically, I'm trying to see if the older guy's trying to hustle us and be just like, maybe if we gave you some money, could you get us a battery now or fix like if we give him a battery, could he fix it? I'm gonna see what one of the younger mechanics would say privately.
Okay, then. Give us an empathy check.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Oh wow.
Oh,
wow.
I get all the batteries. 3 batteries.
So who are you talking to? So there's these two guys in the kind of like that are down in the pit, and then there's this younger guy in like wearing a denim jacket and jeans that's just carrying through a tray with like these grease stained like coffee cups, and he doesn't look he looks to lead, doesn't look like much of a mechanic, much more kind of cliched like geeky looking guy.
Okay, I'll talk to the other guy, not the one who looks like he's doing coffee delivery, and just
Okay.
be like, oh hi, and then basically see if I can, basically just ask him about the battery situation, but in a kind of like, oh, I'm really sorry, it's really busy, and my friends, I think, trying to talk to your boss, but we're in a bit of a rush, and I don't know if you could help us, and I mean, maybe under the table I could give you a bit of money, and if you could do it, we even have a battery we could give you if you can just play with it and make it work.
And so these two guys are like, yeah, sure, miss, we can sort you out. We can find I know the boss has got 1 or 2 backup batteries stashed. Ain't that right? Amos? Yeah. And kind of looks at it. Yeah. He's got a couple stashed out back. You give us I don't know, say $20. We'll see you right.
Can I do like whatever the equivalent of an insight check is to see if they're being...
You got 3 successes. So these guys are trying to con you basically.
Okay. Yeah, I thought they might be. I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna talk to my friend, but thanks. Good to know, guys. Like, you guys are sweet guys. And I'll just basically go and hang out with Erika back in the office, and I'll tell her this information after we've left, that I think they're dodgy. Oh, yeah, but then I guess would I get the vibe that the whole mechanics is dodgy, or just what they said, or is that too much?
Ooh.
I'm trying to think if they're like a legit place, or are they like pretending to fix up a car because they're a mechanic?
These are, you don't get the impression that these are like these are the like fake mechanics or anything. But you definitely get the impression that these 2 guys are not someone to trust, not to be trusted.
Okay. Fair enough.
Meanwhile, Erika is like turned around, trying to get the cash out of her bra and counting out the 10, and then turning back around for handing that over as a deposit.
Oh yeah, I gave it you all in ones, just so you know, just to make it difficult.
Okay, so he takes Jimmy takes the cash from you, and he writes out and gives you a handwritten receipt for the amount of money you've given him, and says, "Yeah, if you check back maybe this time tomorrow, I'll let you know if it's coming yet."
Sounds good. Appreciate your business.
No trouble at all, ma'am. No trouble at all. Glad to be of help.
All right, let's go, Winona.
So as you come in, as you come out of the office, George is waiting for you. So are you coming to the church tonight so I can show you the Neuroscape? It's
Yeah, we'll be there.
I just overheard that you were leaving soon.
Yeah, we got called out to go back to the company for something, and unfortunately our battery is dead. I don't know if you would know anything about that or where we can maybe get one that's more useful, but we do have to more urgently leave, so I don't know if I can stick around and chat too much after the sermon tonight.
But you'll be able to come tonight, so I can show you my work.
Well, it doesn't look like we're able to leave at this rate, so yeah.
Oh, good. This is yeah. Okay. I'll see you tonight.
You okay?
I'm good. You can make an empathy check, I guess.
Can I use Charmer or no?
Oh, what does Charmer say?
Says you get +2 dice when rolling for empathy to make an NPC like you.
Yeah, I will let you use that, yeah.
Oh, it would probably help if I actually put the bonus dice in.
Yeah. I think you should be able to select the talent, actually, when you...
yeah, I just didn't put it in as at the talent level.
Oh, okay.
So it was there, but it didn't show the +2.
Oh, that's one success with four ones. Don't push that.
Yeah.
I'm pushing.
Don't push that.
Okay, so Jimmy's right. There've been some weird power fluctuations these past few weeks. That's been draining all the batteries, and I've had to install shielding on all the wiring down at the church to protect the Neurocasters and the Neuroscape. So if you get a new battery, you need to be careful. Make sure you leave before there's another of these power surges. Otherwise, you probably end up dead like the rest of them. All the cars around here, you check any of them, they're all the same.
Would Erika know if the power surges are maybe tied to the Neuroscape that he built here? Like maybe it's drawing too much power?
You could make that'll be a wits check, I guess. I mean, you've kind of got technological. I'll let you have a couple of bonus dice on that, in fact.
Brainiac dice.
How many? 1?
2. I'll let you have 2 because this is kind of in your area of expertise.
Teacher's pet
well,
brew, as
I mean, you're
always.
more a chemical scientist.
Well, there's the one success with 3
I've got
ones.
one success. So you don't know a lot about that. Your knowledge on that in that kind of area is a little basic. You only know like got surface level knowledge, that kind of thing. But as far as you know, power, the power requirements of running the Neuroscape couldn't be responsible for something like that. It would have to be either some kind of EMP, a pulse maybe, or something that was able to remotely draw power from the batteries, and you have no idea how that could be possible.
Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure that we head out once we get a new battery. Thank you for the information. I really appreciate it. And it looks like you're going to have a bright future ahead of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed. I'll
I
see you
don't
tonight.
think I will. All right. See you then.
The truth is, the
Okay.
EMP was an attack by China after the Prime Minister's son's birthday party was ruined.
Because he was on a drone
Yeah.
playing hide and seek.
With some Americans.
That's empty. Okay. So where are you and Nancy heading after that?
To the burger box. I'm just kidding. Back to church.
I mean, I've got some money to burn. I mean, do we need any other? I mean, I don't. Cade's already got us some food, and I have some extra money. Do we need?
Alcohol
I feel
and
bad
cigarettes.
for William. I have a plan. I think this might have come out in the 90s. So I say to Eric, I'm like, why don't we get some of them zero alcohol beers for Willie? But we'll
Ow.
cover up that they're zero, and just so whenever he gets a bit angsty, we can be like, if you're a good boy, we'll let you have alcohol. So what do you think? Because
You're a bitch.
I mean,
man.
I mean, that
hate
sounds
you.
pretty dope.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Bud Light, or I don't know, maybe came out. I want to say the late 90s, so I would imagine they
Well,
had.
Bud Light and
this.
Coors Light
Why
were
not?
out in the 90s. Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to buy you Bud Light. We'd make it look like actual beer. That's what I want to do. I want to get either low alcohol.
You're 19, you can't even buy beer anyway. It's America and you're 19, so get it set on that. You're getting out.
Erica can, and I'm a girl, and they will save me anyway. So
Here, take the rest of the money so you can push up your titas when we go in.
okay, let's go bra shopping and get fake alcohol. Okay, deal. Girls trip, yay! That's what I'm
So
gonna
I guess to
I hate you.
Ramona's.
Okay.
I do think
The
those
fact
have
that this day had like 2 gunshots and we're just out here like, ah.
Bra shopping.
shopping.
Guess not.
Yeah, I do think us getting something for Willie to help him when he has an issue might help though. So
Oh my gosh, wait, what if we got him like a Tamagotchi?
I mean, do you think he'd like that? I mean, I'm cool with
Okay,
it.
what if we got Tamagotchis?
What, and then just show him that we have them, and then he'll be like, "That's cool."
I mean,
feel better than
I
you
may or
taking
may
a
not have actually had a Tamagotchi in 1997 and thought it was pretty dope. Like,
I'm going to actually buy him porn, but not when Erica's watching, because I think that. But I'm going to be really careful with it, so every time he gets upset, I'm going to give him like a page, like just one page.
that's
And
worse
most
than
of
the
time it's
non-alcoholic beers. I hate you.
And most of the time, I'm going to make him swear that he'll calm down, and it'll be like the
Tear it
articles.
into
from
pieces
places.
and give it him as a jigsaw.
No, I'll give him like the articles. So I'll just give him the articles, which is a nice story about what her favorite film.
Oh my god, wait, they had articles in them?
Yeah, that's
Like,
Like
articles.
they actually had words?
Yeah, so I'm gonna give him the other half. So every time he asks, eventually I'll give him like a boob bit. But yeah, that's my plan.
I mean, he reads, so he might have a good imagination. That might not be too
exactly.
bad.
Like, so that's my plan is buy porn for a 16-year-old, but only for the erotic literature part. Buy non-alcohol.
Disclaimer, this is okay because Martin's character is only 18.
But I'm asking someone
Disclaimer,
older.
it's not okay for me.
But I'm asking an older person to help me buy it. So
Yeah, it's the
fine.
person behind the
No,
counter
you're
that's the
18, you
baddie.
can get it.
Oh yeah, can 18-year-olds buy?
I'll get the... I
So
don't even
you
need to
can
buy
buy
the
porn, you
fake
just can't buy
alcohol
booze.
because it's not alcohol.
Oh, I buy porn for everyone if I can legally buy it. Porn.
Porn for you and porn for you.
What
We're
do you
just
want? What do
standing
you want?
outside the automotive shop, like exchanging cash and
Buying
talking
porn and
about
alcohol
this.
for minors. Martin, just do it. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Buy all the porn and all the alcohol for minors you
Erika.
want.
I'm gonna buy what I reckon that Willie's into Asian Babes. So I'm gonna get a copy of Asian Babes, and then some.
More than a handful's of waste.
Yep, and then whatever the most tasteful porn magazine, and then whatever the lowest alcohol is that we can get, or non-alcoholic beer that we can pretend is alcoholic.
Okay. I guess you could buy some non-alcoholic beer and just scratch off that bit of the label.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
How much does that cost? So
How much does that cost? Wow. Let us see. A bottle of beer is $2.
Is that on your item list?
porn?
I mean-
Asian porn.
I mean, I may or may not
He's
know how
prepared
much
for this
porn would cost in
eventuality.
1997.
This is how we know if he's a good DM. If he's like, do you know what I do? I already have a table for different types of porn and the cost.
Scuddy bags would have
$2.
been about $2.99 for a Scuddy mag in 1997.
Yeah, $2. About $2 for a copy of
Okay.
a copy of Razzle.
Razzle, yeah,
So $3.
the classic.
A
Right,
UK import.
let me update my sheet because I
Rita's
gave.
Wife special.
Oh, classic.
So Erika,
Phil, classic.
Erica, I gave you.
Now you're
$30,
actually
right,
taking me
for
back to my youth, Phil. I'm getting
Yeah, you would've
real
got 20
genuine
now.
nostalgia here.
It was, you have to get them from an old oil barrel that's round the back. It's been stuffed inside. There's a hole in the oil barrel.
Fun.
You can pull it out
So-
page by page.
Okay. So
Or you
I
could just
don't know if this is legit or not. I'm
It
so
is.
confused.
Google Razzle. Well, no, don't Google Razzle on your computer. Go to a library computer with a fake ID and then Google Razzle.
Mayfair.
Oh my god! But were there
That's the
were there
one I
drop
remember.
spots for this? Like,
Yeah,
it was hard to
bushes.
get
Yeah,
porn.
yeah. When we were kids, there were traditional kind of places where you could go.
There
and
was
people
traditional
would-
drop
would,
spots.
like,
There was bushes. You would find them in bushes.
Yeah.
bushes. People would like stick
Wow.
them inside old oil.
You'd find it. You find it in a bush.
Yeah.
Do the business,
Yeah, in
and
like
then put it back
Brooklyn,
in the bush for the next person.
Or even
Look at the
toilets
face.
where they'd
Look
have,
at
like,
the
I went to a
face on
toilet and there was
Root.
a
Look at the
stack.
face.
There was a public toilet with a stack of porn.
so
No, we
if
didn't.
you're
No,
a
Martin.
woman and
That was just you
unaware
that did.
like me.
That was just you
You've
that did
just been
cottaging,
educated.
Martin. Not me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
it was
Yurdi's
bushes.
next adventure.
Yeah, the traditional 90s drop point
Yuri's
would be a
glory
bush.
hole,
In a bush.
yeah. Okay, so I've wrote that.
The
So
more
I've
you
done
know.
that. The more you know. How much for the fake beer?
$2 for a bottle of beer. $2 for a porn mag.
Okay, I'll get rid of another 2. Okay, I'm like, Erica, do you want one of the gas station bras? Like, just for fun?
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna pass on that one.
Okay, well, I'm going to be silly. I'm like, well, we should both get sunglasses, so I'm going to buy both of us sunglasses for whatever sunglasses cost.
Be $1 each for some cheap sunglasses from the gas station.
I mean, it's California
Okay,
and
we
May. It
both-
is sunny, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to UV protect you, but they look cool. I get cool sunglasses. You know,
Like
like just
Elton
black. They're not like...
Like Elton John.
No,
ones.
not Elton John. Just black. No, just black, like Matrix style. Like, they're really cool.
Ah, okay. Minimalist.
Yeah. There we go. Right, I'm done with the shopping.
Okay, so with your cheap sunglasses, your porn mag, and your non-alcoholic beer, you head back to the church, shall we say?
Mm-hmm.
After all that
Yeah,
talk
okay.
of porno mags, to the church.
To the church. Okay. Is there anything? So, is there anything you want to?
And batteries for my Walkman because I'm worried.
Okay,
you know.
yeah, you can actually get some batteries from the gas station that do supposedly work, or at least they sell them. The kid in the gas station, kind of kid about a little bit older than William, called Carlos.
Okay.
He sells you some batteries, which he swears work.
I mean, can I literally like ask him if I can test one in my Walkman just in case he's being dodgy?
Sorry, let's test them. Yeah, they work. Maybe the
Okay.
charge on them isn't great, but they do work.
Okay, I'm just thinking because my Walkman's not going to last forever, especially if some fucking masturbator's been secretly using it. So, I will. Oh, and I need more cigarettes because I only actually have 4 cigarettes in my pack. That's why I can't smoke them a lot because it helps me calm down. So I want cigarettes and batteries.
So pack of cigarettes is another $2.
And the batteries.
Batteries would be about 50 cents.
Oh,
The
okay.
difference in spending habit between Nancy and Willie is amazing. Like, Nancy's just going to spend everything that she picks up, and Willie is like hoarding his cash.
I'm being careful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Somebody's got to be, because that
So each
fucking,
pack of cigarettes,
fucking
although
idiot
it
over
contains
there
20
won't be.
cigarettes, it equates to 4 uses because you're smoking multiple cigarettes over a period of time. Okay.
Did Erika
So
give
you
me a pack
return
of
with
cigarettes? Because I would like
your-
to use them to relieve another hope. To get another hope back, relieve some tension.
You have to ask Erika that.
Erika, did she give me a pack, or is she just fucking still handing me one at a time? Like a child.
I gave you an empty pack. I'm just kidding.
You can't-
No, I gave you the pack.
Thank you. You can't hand cigarettes to somebody one at a time like they're a child, because then the whole thing is, if they're a child, you shouldn't be giving them any fucking cigarettes. So you should just give me the whole pack. Do you know what I mean? Okay,
I don't know that I agree with the logic, but okay.
I'm gonna smoke half a dozen cigarettes and get one hope back, Phil. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. So, is there anything that anybody wants to do, or shall we move time forward to the to this evening to this
Well,
evening's sermon,
Can we have something other than
or is there
soup for
anything
lunch?
you want to do before then?
Nah, I'm good. I mean, nah. I mean, William has another way that can
Sure.
relieve one. Yeah, there's another way that I can relieve one stress, but I'll wait till everybody's sleeping.
Ew.
It's the middle of the afternoon.
Okay.
I'm 16, remember?
And the Church of Angels.
So is there anything that anybody wants to do this afternoon, or shall we move time forward to tonight's sermon at the church?
Yeah, let's hear the sermon.
I mean, the only thing I guess I'll be a bit upset with Erika, because I'm not really. Did I hear the conversation she had with that guy about the whole virtual reality something, or was that separate?
No, you were both outside the time. You both come. Yeah, you would probably have heard that. You were both together at the time, I would have thought.
I'm not. I like the shopping trip. I feel we bonded over porn, like most ladies do. But I guess that would cancel out because of I'm not happy that she's like wanting to hook up with some weird dude who's into virtual reality craziness. So I guess we're still on an even keel.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, right then. So let's move it forward to later this evening. At about 6:30, people start to file in to start to arrive at the church, and Father Marcus is at the door to greet them, along with a few. There's a few sort of seem to be notable members of the congregation that arrive ahead of everybody else. That arrive and help Father Marcos, put out the chairs, put the Neurocasters on the chairs, and get make preparations before the majority of the congregation arrive. Amongst those is George and Jimmy from the auto shop, as well as a middle-aged couple called the Torres. The Torres.
Torres, okay.
Torres.
Is the fat man from the the skinny man from the toilet there, or is he not turned up?
The skinny man from the toilet is not here now.
Oh, okay.
So they, like I say, they come along. They come along, and they Jimmy sort of nods a greeting as he sees you, sees Erika in the church hall. I like I said, they welcome people into church, and slowly more and more people arrive, till eventually the church hall is almost full. There are maybe almost 50 people crammed into the church hall. Once everyone is settled, Father Marcos walks to the kind of makeshift altar at the head of the room and begins his sermon. It's nothing particularly unusual. It's a pretty bog standard sermon. He does it with gusto, with his real enthusiasm. The congregation, although they're listening, they appear to be agitated, impatient, and it's not until maybe after the first 10 minutes that Father Marcos then sort of gives the indication that everybody should put on their Neurocasters, and at this it's almost they almost snatch them from the seats and put them on their heads. And as they're doing this, Father Marcos turns to you, to each of you, and says, "If you wish to join us, you're most welcome. There are spare Neurocasters."
Thanks, but no
Erika
thanks.
will pick one up and put one on.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm an atheist.
Obviously, some Neurocast addicts, I'm not going to put it on now.
Okay. What about Nancy? I mean, Nancy's
Nancy fucking is fully anti this, and she
I'm very anti
definitely,
as well.
she just says to Erika, she says, "You better be doing this for educational purposes and not to flirt with boys."
You should see my avatar in here. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so let me just have a quick look. It's like, oh, you look cute. I like the bag and the shoes. And the
Oh my god, thank you.
The massive boobs, like size F. Nice.
Yeah, dream big.
I mean, it's not real. Yeah, I won't. Yeah, definitely. I'm not. Again, I don't know. I guess I would talk to Erika in a bit of a way to be like, "You're gonna be safe, right? Because this stuff is dangerous." And I'm presuming everyone shared the information that the priest seems a bit dodgy, right? I'm like, you need to, like, I don't know. I guess I would know, like, what everyone else knows, that if she has an issue, it's very hard to get her out of the system, right? If something goes wrong, she's stuck in it.
It can be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not like a safe word or a way that I can get her out with her permission, right? It's just she's stuck in it.
Yeah, if you become if your bliss so when you're in the Neuroscape, you risk generating bliss, and if your bliss equals or exceeds your current hope, then you become trapped in the electric state. You will not voluntarily remove the Neurocaster and leave the electric state.
That sounds so safe.
I'm definitely not.
Yeah,
putting
I'll
that
look at Nancy and
Neurocaster on.
I'll be okay. But if it does get weird, pull me out.
And I'll be like,
Okay.
if it gets really, okay. I'll give her a hug.
Pull me out.
I'll actually give her a hug.
I'll tear up a little bit.
I want to tear up, but then I'm just like, I don't like the emotional thing, because Nancy doesn't do that, so she just gets the porn out and just throws it at Willie and goes, "Go for it."
I'm
While
like,
everybody's
we're in the
listening
middle
to
of
a
the church.
sermon.
We're in the
You know
middle of
what?
the
That's what I was
church.
gonna say,
So I
man.
I threw
Yeah.
that up my jumper. Like,
Yep.
fuck me, right in the middle of the church. You fucking crazy bitch. I hide that as
I'm
fast
presuming
as I
everyone else
can.
is now clicked in, like I do this, you know.
Yeah. So everybody, as everybody puts, like I said, everybody, the majority of the congregation, put the Neurocaster helmets on. Jimmy and Georgia, they put theirs on next, and Father Marcos, he waits. He's the last to put his on, and he waits to see if any of you are want to join them in the Neuroscape, and then he waits until Erika puts a Neurocaster helmet on, and then he dons his own. And as people don their helmets, their kind of the head kind of lolls a little bit, and you see that sort of they start to sort of grind the teeth a little bit, and the hands start to clench and unclench. And you see Erika, as Erika puts it on, her head kind of slowly lolls, and she starts to do the thing. You say it's only slight. It's not as extreme as the guy that was sat on the toilet, but it's noticeable. You can see the jaw moving and the hands kind of relax, opening and closing. And Erika, you find yourself inside the Neuroscape. You've been, of course, you've been inside the Neuroscape many times before, and there's almost infinite range of Neuroscapes. That some appear just like really kind of basic, almost like retro computer style, like just like filing systems. Others are range to like alien, like beautiful alien worlds, like entire universes. And the place that you find yourself in now, there's this instant feeling of serenity and peace. It is. Just a moment. Wait a minute. Okay. You find yourself in this. It's like you stepped into an imagining of heaven, like a cliched, like Renaissance, like a Renaissance painting almost, a Renaissance representation of what heaven might look like. It just come to life. There's glorious rays of bright sunlight piercing like lofty clouds overhead, and you find yourself stood in this massive hall lined by huge white columns, and everyone around you and yourself, you are dressed in these like gossamer thin robes, like these airy robes. It's on, and everybody is floating. As they move, they glide through the air. The feet, your feet, kind of trailing, like hanging, and you like floating, just a few inches above the floor. And you can see some of the congregation. They like rise up into the air, gliding through the air and walking. Some of them walking on the clouds. And amongst all this is Father Marcos giving his sermon, and his voice booms out. It's so emotional. The experience is just so emotional. It brings you involuntarily like put a hand to your cheek, or your virtual cheek. You feel a tear running down your cheek, and you just this. The intensity, the emotional level of this experience. Is Erika a religious person?
I would say not really.
Okay. So even though you're not religious yourself, maybe you're whether you be an atheist or agnostic, this experience, it touches you. It feels like it touches your heart, your soul, your very soul. And so this is the kind of what the area looks like that you are stood in.
Ooh.
Proper stereotypical image of heaven, eh?
Yeah. Like I say, it's like a Renaissance painting come to life. And and Father Marcos he looks like an angel. There's like a glow, this sort of like glow around him, and like I say, his words, he speaks with fervor and command, this commanding voice that you just feel the emotion of it all. And you can make a wits roll, otherwise you will gain a bliss. Okay, you gain a bliss.
And how many is the bliss bad points?
It's
It depends on your level of hope.
if it gets higher than your hope, you're fucked.
Yeah, if it's equal or higher than your hope, then you become hopelessly.
I'm holding Erika's hand the whole time, hoping that she can hopefully Morse code that she's going crazy in some form, like in some kind of Morse code squeeze. I don't know.
Seems to be loving it as far as we can tell, right?
So yeah, and the and Father Marcus is there doing the sermon, and again, as you've Erika, I think you looked in his Bible before, and there's like some of his notes for some of his sermons. Again, as the sermon goes on, it begins to focus on stories of the angel Gabriel rather than like stories of Jesus or God. It focuses on the angel Gabriel. And as the sermon comes to its height, and Father Marcus says, "And behold, the angel Gabriel is in our presence now." And there's this flare of light, and we'll leave it there.
Gonna get killed by an angel.
Very cool, very cool. Very cool.
So yeah, that is it. We believe that will be the last session this side of 2025.
It will be, yeah.
Do we have to do the level up thing so we can remember the things that we did?
Are
We will do the
level
level up thing. So yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just so I know.
So yeah, we'll do that now. So the final thing that we do after at the end of every session is see a development phase for the characters. It's quite quick, so we'll run through that now. If anybody's interested in seeing how that works. So who's going to go first? Shall I just pick somebody? I'm going to pick somebody who's I can see on the screen. So Theritor. Okay. So how this works is each person has to give an example of how they have exemplified their dream or their flaw. At some point in the game.
At some point in the game.
Do you want to remind us what your dream and your flaw is?
Yeah, I can do that. My dream is take the role of a rock star that is rightfully yours, and my flaw is you believe you're the center of the universe, even the small, shabby one you now inhabit. So the only thing I can think about at this moment is the time when someone mentioned Kurt Cobain and said, like, I'm bigger than him. He has nothing on me, for example.
Yeah, I'd give him that.
And so the next stage of that is, and then once you've given your reason, then you are judged by your peers to see if they agree that this that is a good example of that, either the dream or the flaw.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think he played it well because to be a rockstar, I have to be a bit of a douche, and considering I just met him, I think you did pretty well. And then I still kind of liked him, so I think you did very well. I think you did very well.
Thank you.
Very well.
Okay. So the next stage of that then is to. Oh, my voice is really peeking into the red there for some reason. So the next stage of that is to the player rather, has to choose one of their 4 ability scores, strength, agility, wits, or empathy, that represents something that they have learned during this session.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be actually something that did happen. But you kind of
it kind of helped with the role play development.
Yeah.
After seeing William try to do a kick on him, unfortunately did not get a kick. Maybe I was gonna try to be more strong in the future. Maybe try to be prepared for it in the future. Maybe, who knows?
Okay.
With an angry kid on the loose, so in the gang with no. Let's see.
So which we're going for? Is that strength you're going for, or?
Yeah, strength. Yeah.
Okay, so if you've rolled just a 6-sided dice from the dice tray, and if you roll over your current strength, which is 3, then your strength will go up by 1.
Yes.
That's it. So yeah, so
Nice.
that's it. That's character development. That's strength. Your strength goes up from 3 to 4.
Yes.
Okay.
4, 6. Very good.
So next, then it's William Oliver.
Okay. So I've got a new dream, which is to find out who I really am, and I didn't progress that today. But my flaw again is being over eager, and often annoying, cynical people. But my over eagerness was what caused me to run out and get in trouble today. So I'm gonna definitely play that, I think.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, you were a big dick.
An idiot.
Okay, I don't think there's any disagreement on that. Okay, so Willie needs to choose a ability score.
Well,
And,
I'm gonna.
that represents something he has learnt during this
So
session.
I was ducking bullets, so I'm gonna go for agility.
Okay. So you
So
need to
roll a
roll a
D6.
6. So yeah,
Need to
roll
roll a
D6 and you need
6.
to roll a 6. Which is not very likely enough. So
5.
roll a 5, so that's not good enough. So you always
to
get
pick a
something
talent.
though in development. So even if you fail to increase your ability score, you get to choose a new talent. So the talent does have to relate to something that you actually did during the game.
Are the talents anywhere in this
They
Foundry?
are pinned in the Discord chat, I believe.
Oh.
I can get them from the Discord chat, and
I can get them with my phone in the Discord chat.
So you got athlete, backstabber, biker, blade fighter, boatman, bomber, bowman, charmer, club fighter. I'm not going to read them all out because that's boring. Let's see if I can copy that image and maybe bring it into Foundry.
I've just found it with my phone in Discord.
Oh yeah, I found it as well. It's
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So while you're choosing that, we'll move on to the next person then. You can let us know what you've chosen.
I think I've
Oh, you
picked it
picked one
already. Yeah, lone wolf. You can reduce tension on your own without another traveler present.
Okay, and what's your justification for taking Lone Wolf? Because it's got to Lone Wolf. The talent has got to relate to something you've done in the game.
Got I buggered off by myself.
Yeah, fair enough. I thought you were going to say that, but yeah.
So I mean that's an easy one.
Yeah.
So I would like to take that. Do I add that somewhere, or do you add that for me?
So yeah, I'll add that on
You'll
to
add it
your
later.
character
Cool.
sheet.
Okay.
I'll just do that now. So Lone. Oops. Loin. I put Loin Wolf. not
Lone wolf. I like it. I'll keep it.
Okay, so that's William. So
That's
next
Willie
it's
done.
Erika Wright.
So Erika's flaw. Her dream is understand human nature. Her flaw is her work is all that matters. And I would just say that shows with her putting on the Neurocaster because she's trying to get more answers on what's going on here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'd be happy with that. Has anybody, what's somebody else got to say?
I fully agree.
Oh. Hang on.
Okay,
The
cool.
struggle is, do I go with strength because I pushed the car, or agility trying to get all those $1 bills out of my bra?
I mean, agility. You had to get 10 singles out. Do you know how hard that is in like a rough situation? I mean, the sleight of hand skills alone. I mean,
All right, I'll go agility.
but no pressure. I mean, you know.
Nope. So we have to take the first one. So the first one of those was a 5.
All right, that raises it.
It does. So that raises your agility up to a 4.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Very good.
Okay.
Oh, agility is health also. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
is it?
Yeah, strength
Yeah.
and agility affects your health. Yeah.
Oh.
And weakness
Does
and empathy
that-
affects your hope.
Would that automatically go up?
So if you you have to heal up the difference. It only increases your maximum.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Erika. So next we have Nancy.
I definitely didn't do my flaw because that's like someone tells you what to do, you rebel and do the opposite. I think I was
You were
pretty
very well behaved.
I
You were
was
very
very
good
well
today.
behaved. I tried to, because I was trying to get people to push me, but it didn't work. But I do think I did my dream about write the great American novel because I was trying to experience everything, which is why I went off with The Stranger, even though they were like, he's a weird guy who's apparently a rock star, but then he goes randomly jogging, and I'm like, I'll go with him.
It would have been better if you did the drugs too.
I mean, I bought
Yeah.
porn for 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
Write
part
that
of
in your book.
that's part of the Great
Also,
American
you
Experience. American
didn't
experience, I
actually
suppose.
stop me because then I could have used my flaw if you just said you can't buy porn for him, but you were like, yeah, buy it him. So I was like, okay, I can't rebel.
Better
against
you
the
than
porn.
me.
Yeah, can't defy the porn situation. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I can do the dream, but not the flaw.
100%.
So what's the votes on that one?
You definitely wrote a chapter of a novel today.
Okay, fair enough. I won't
Yeah.
disagree with that. Okay, so you need to choose a ability score that represents something that Nancy learnt during today's session.
Definitely empathy because I think I got on with Erika, and then I was trying to understand why she would use the neuron thing.
Uh-huh.
Like I didn't like it, but I kind of understand why she's doing it. And the other thing is that I decided that it was more important to calm a child down and give him porn than not give him porn and him be upset. So I think that shows empathy. And
Yeah.
Disclaimer, by child you mean a 16-year-old.
yeah, just in case me and Brew are taken to court in a few days. I mean, a man in his 40s. No, this is going to...
No, Martin, you're just digging a hole now. Just
Sound
stop.
right,
Just
sound
shut
right.
up. Just shut up.
He told me he was 16 on mine, okay?
She said you was 12!
Yeah.
Okay, so just roll a d6 from the dice tray.
Okay. D6. Let's see. Oh no, it changed it to 2. Hold on. Don't want that. I got it.
Yes.
Very nice.
So yes, so that's your empathy goes up by 1, up to 5.
Sweet. Does
Nice.
that increase?
It might increase your hope as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah, your maximum.
So it'll be 5. It might do. I'm not sure if it rounds up or down. You have to manually change it on your sheet. The
I
empathy
think
score.
his caravan internet kicked in.
Oh, yeah, he's
Boy,
froze.
he's, yeah.
It's yeah,
All
it's
right.
that time. The Cinderella internet's kicking in for Martin. It's that time.
Oh, I'll do it for him.
Okay.
Oh.
Should we finish up then
Can't
before
have it.
he ruins our cameras?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there we go. It's not changed his. So Hope has. Oh, it has gone up. Yeah.
We did-
Hope has gone up to
very nice.
6.
We did everybody there, didn't we? 4 of us.
Yep, that's everybody. Yeah, so we're all done. There's the other thing I'll not mention. You can permanently overcome your flaw, but we'll not discuss.
We're
that
early
in
days
case
just
in
now.
case we
Yeah,
lose
yeah, yeah.
cameras. Yeah, and it's early days. So thank you again. That was Electric State Into the Dust session number 3. Session number 3.
Yes.
See you in 2026 for session 4, viewers.
Sorry, guys,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to take my down for a second, but I'm pretty sure that's all sorted, right?
Yeah, it's all done. Yeah, your hope did go up so your maximum hope is now 6.
Cool.
So yeah, thank you for watching, and we will be back in 2026.